Good everyone, Oscar here with yet another live stream, and this is actually a special Golden Truth. If you notice, I have the logo up, but I will not play the intro for this special occasion, just because we're gonna have a lot of audio in the background as well. So don't want to get a lot of background noise. So um, joining us here, of course, we got our main co-host Aaron Faxon. I don't know, I know that you like him. I don't know if you love him. You shouldn't hate him at all. But anyways,
even if you do, I use it as fuel.
Okay. And then of course we have a familiar voice slash face to the show. He's been on my channel before, Marvin Pearson. And we're going to be breaking down the draft. Jason Alamil will join us later in the show. So let's get this show started. What are you guys looking forward to in this draft?
For me, I'm definitely looking to see. You notice a lot of teams here got multiple picks in the first round, with the New York Giants there at number 5, and then coming up again at number 7, the New York Jets, the Texans. Those are teams that with multiple draft picks in the first round, the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to see, do these teams move up, or are they looking to stay put? Are they looking to move back? What do they do? Because we've already seen a trade with Philadelphia and New Orleans go down, where Philadelphia was able to acquire a draft pick for next year and give New Orleans an additional draft pick. So I want to see, what does Howie Roseman have in store? What does Mickey Loomis have in store? And why would a trade like that go down there?
Aaron?
So this is what I look forward to see happening. It's an interesting thing that you mentioned teams like the Jets and the Giants, because teams that have multiple picks in the first round like that, it is crucial to tell. You can tell whether a team wants to win now or whether they're in rebuilding phase based on what they do in the draft. If they want to win now, they're going to try to get players, and they're going to lobby their extra draft picks for players from other teams or future round picks. 9 times out of 10, if you've got teams that are playing to win now, they may want a younger team, so they're going to keep their early round draft picks. So I'm interested to see who moves up, and I'm interested to see, are they going to pay more attention to what their specific needs are for the team, or are there going to be players that scouts have been looking at for a while and that they like, and that they will specifically go out of their way to get?
Me personally, I'm just curious to see what Washington does with pick 11. I mean, it's been a while since they've had a top 15 pick, so I'm intrigued to see if Ron Rivera screws this over again this year. Obviously, last year, pick Jamin Davis. I feel like linebacker was a need, but getting Jamin Davis at that spot, I don't agree with. I didn't, a lot of fans didn't agree with that. I didn't even know who that was because I had Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa on my board, and here we are. So I'm curious to see what Washington does at pick 11. The rumor right now, or what everyone is saying, is Garrett Wilson to Washington. But something to think about is will Ron Rivera can think about the future and draft Washington's replacement when Carson Wentz is done in Washington. So
there are a lot of teams that really have to think about rebuilding, and that is, you have, like, there are teams that, because of the way their player base is right now, they're not in a position where they can win right now. You've got teams.
I actually happen to disagree with that sentiment. I think when you look at Washington's roster, you look at the young movement, the youth movement that they have with Terry McLaurin, with an Antonio Gibson, with the Deron Payne, with a Jonathan Allen, some of those young guys. I think Washington's biggest problem right now is in their secondary, number 1, and number 2, trying to figure out whether Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback. I think that's their biggest problem. in my current mock draft that I sent to Oscar here, I have Jordan Davis. He's a defensive tackle, a big time defensive tackle, the best defensive tackle in this draft. I have him going a little early to Washington there at 11. And the reason for it, and the reason that I have him going there is because Washington just declined Darrell Payne's fifth-year option, which
Yeah.
leads me to believe that they're going to take a defensive tackle in this draft.
I mean, it would be a smart idea if they did, but at the same time, there's been a history of decisions that Washington should make and then making decisions that they shouldn't make. So if we're going based on their track record, nothing is ever set in stone for Washington. And that's why I feel like as much as they should take that defensive tackle,
They're booing Roger Goodell.
Don't be surprised if they don't.
I think this pick here is Trayvon Walker.
I hope you're right. Because I think, and this is what I mean.
Trayvon Walker's I've heard the name. He's a corner, right?
Well, I think he can be a.
He's a defensive lineman.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think he can move to different positions too. Like he can line up in different parts of the field if he needs to. Let's see who's on the clock to start off.
Jaguars.
Well, of course. I'm just playing it up. Stop ruining it. I wonder if anybody's ever traded away the first round pick, the first overall pick.
To my recollection, no, but I know that a few teams have traded away the number 2 overall pick.
Just curious. I think it would be dumb if the Jaguars had even considered it.
Did the pick come in yet? I don't think it did.
No, it's just Roger Goodell playing the crowd.
It's no good Goodell. Hashtag no good Goodell in the chat, folks.
So I actually have Trayvon Walker out of Georgia here to Jacksonville. A lot of people like Aiden Hutchinson here out of Michigan, but the Trayvon Walker hype train has been picking up. And the reason for that is because he had an outstanding combine. The man that big shouldn't be able to run as fast as a 40-yard dash as he ran a 4.7. And then on top of that, it's still the raw athleticism that he possesses. You're looking at a man that's possesses a sort of athleticism like Aaron Donald. And a lot that's the sort of athleticism that people compare him to. But unfortunately, that athleticism doesn't show up on the field as far as his statistics in the stat box.
Just because somebody like looks good in the combine doesn't necessarily mean that they'll continue to. But having said that, I'm curious your opinion of which player do you think is going to fit into the Jacksonville system better?
I think both players actually can fit because both of those guys are good at standing up and good at putting their hand in the dirt and being able to get off the edge, and having one of them to be able to complement a guy like Josh Allen, the defensive end for Jacksonville, what is big time. But if it was me, I'm taking a guy like Hutchinson over Walker because I want the production. Hutchinson has a motor. It's not the motor of Walker, but his motor matches his stats. 14 sacks last season for Michigan is big time.
Simply based on more consistent gameplay.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with that statement because I think the Jacksonville, the way they work, they've been missing. The defense has been their missing piece ever since Jalen Ramsey left.
Are you asking me how do I like Jacksonville's team as a whole?
No, I was making a comment that I think based on the way they've been, their defense hasn't been the same since Jalen Ramsey left Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, for sure, because that's the emotional spirit. Jalen Ramsey was the Draymond Green of the Jacksonville Jaguars,
and that's why I'm making the point that I think one of these two players, if put in the right environment, if brought up and developed right, could.
And I think that's what Walker possesses, right? Walker is known for the nasty sort of attitude that he brings on the field. So if you're looking for that, then Walker's your guy. But if you're looking for a guy that's ready to be a pro right now and could immediately help your football team, then I think that guy would be Aiden Hutchinson. Even though Walker, it's undoubtedly true, but he has a higher ceiling there.
And that's when I think that's what I'm
Um,
talking about developing. I'm thinking that even though he doesn't have that attitude right now, I think the more Aiden Hutchinson would gain confidence as a pro as years go by, he would develop that sense.
right. No, I can definitely agree with that. I know a lot of names that is a name that is rising up the board here as we tick closer and closer to this pick. Is Ike Ekwonu.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
and that's a name that's starting to rise up here out of NC State.
He'd be a
You're
dark.
looking at one of the most powerful run blockers in all of college football. He does have a little bit to work on as far as pass protection, but his pass protection isn't bad. And the reason that he's starting to rise up draft boards is because that's Doug Peterson's guy. That's who Doug Peterson wants. And Trevor Lawrence there is the quarterback who took a lot of sacks last year and struggled
He needs
processing some information.
he needs the
So
help.
a Conway wouldn't be a bad pick.
He needs the help, and he needs it bad. Like,
Absolutely.
and then this is the thing. I know that the AFC South is not necessarily the most competitive division, but I'll tell you, all of their defenses, with the exception of Jacksonville, are underrated defenses.
No, yeah, I could definitely get on board with that. You look at the Colts. The Colts probably got one of the better defenses in the league, in my opinion, with Darius Leonard being the tackling machine that he is, and some of the other players that they have over there, like DeForest Buckner. So I think the Colts have a very good defense. The Titans have an underrated defense, and the Texans, you figured they'll add a guy like Sauce Gardner, or later in the draft, add a guy like Trent McDuffie or Kyer Elon. So you figure the Texans will get better on defense.
I
You see,
don't,
before you go on, Aaron, you see, this is why I invited Marvin, because Aaron and I both. I didn't. The reason why I didn't do a mock draft is A, I didn't know that. I didn't have the tools to do a mock draft, and B, I just had no clue who was in this draft. So I was like, you know what, I got to invite Marvin to my stream because he has all the insights. So it's kind of good that he's here to give us all the insights, because I remember he did that for me last year, and it came in handy. So
I'm going to make a very bold and say that I wish I could figure out a lot of these players that you're going to see go in the first round. I wish I knew the process it took for them to mentally learn things, because again, I'm going to make the point to say raw talent only gets you so far. When they were
Mhm.
when they were in college, did they seem to pick up offenses or defenses quickly? Did they seem to develop subtle nuances quickly? Because
Well,
there's a transitional thing when it comes to going from college to the NFL. And if you've got adaptable players, then they're going to be able to be developed quickly, and they'll become longtime MVP assets to their teams.
Well, I think it's a combination of a couple of different things. Because there to contradict you just a little bit, there are a couple of guys who were drafted high in the draft just based off of raw material alone. That are top two at their position as we speak, and those guys are Patrick Mahomes, right, and Josh Allen, two guys who had big arms coming out of college, but one went to Wyoming, one went to Texas A&M. And those aren't schools necessarily known for producing quarterbacks, but because those guys had big arms and because they landed, which is about to lead me into my second point, into the positions that they landed in with the teams that they landed with, the schemes fit them. So I think it's a combination of raw talent, a combination of what's between the ears, and then you add the scheme fit. Because a lot of quarterbacks, I would almost go ahead to say 90% of the quarterbacks in the league are successful not only because they have the individual talent, but because of that scheme that they're in.
The two quarterbacks you mentioned, the one thing that impresses me most about them is their leadership ability. Coming out of college, they weren't necessarily thought of as locker room leaders, but again, because in my eyes and what I've observed of them, they were both quick learners, and they were
Hmm.
thus able to learn how to lead a locker room, how to deal with media, in terms of the differences between college and the NFL. So the two that you
Right.
mentioned, the raw talent is what brings them in. It's the ability to develop and learn that gets them to stay.
Hey, so guys, I just want to let you know this first pick did just come in, and it was the guy that I put on my mock draft, Trayvon Walker,
He's
edge
going to
rusher
Jacksonville.
out of Georgia. So this is big time. This is big time for Jacksonville. Trayvon Walker was big time at Georgia, wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, like I said, his numbers didn't translate towards getting towards the quarterback, but he does possess those power moves, that quickness, that first step explosiveness to go ahead and wreak havoc on the Matt Ryans, the Ryan Tannehills,
The pocket passers.
the Davis Mills of the AFC South. So I love this Trayvon Walker pick. I think Aiden Hutchinson was more the statistical pick, but I'm excited to see what Trayvon Walker could turn into, and a young kid landed in a great spot. Doug Peterson's a great organizational coach and great at getting his players ready on Sunday.
I'm excited to see how teams adjust to him when they see the presence he has, because if like with that explosiveness, with that power, with that raw talent, it's going to open things up for other defenders. You're going to start to see not only production for Trayvon Walker himself, but of course his counterparts around him.
Absolutely, guys like Josh Allen, and those defensive tackles. You mentioned earlier in the show that Trayvon Walker's a guy that can move around, and you're not wrong about that. He's good at standing up on the outside. He's good at putting his hand down in the dirt on the inside and being a bigger body in there to stop the run. And that's what he was known for, was being a run stopper and wreaking havoc in the backfield. So Georgia had a great defense, the best defense in the country. And Trayvon Walker was the leader of that defense. And now it's time to see what he can bring to this Jacksonville team, and what he can bring to a young Jacksonville team.
I challenge you guys, looking forward, at anybody who's watching this, versatility is very important now more than ever to truly make yourself indispensable on a football team. Look at J.J. Watt, who was a converted tight end for a few plays when he played in Houston. I think some of these draft picks are. It's important to see how many of these teams are keeping versatility in mind.
Absolutely. I think some guys could. I think some guys like Kyle Hamilton and Derek Stingley, because of their versatility, you could potentially. Now, I have Stingley going 15th to Philadelphia, but I wouldn't be not Stingley. I have Hamilton going 15th to Philadelphia, but I wouldn't be surprised at all, because that's another versatile player, Derek Stingley, another versatile player, Kayvon Thibodeau, another guy that you're going to see go here in this top 10.
Yeah, and Jameson Crowder, when he first came out, he had the versatility because he was a big-bodied wide receiver that could also pass protect run protect and do kickoff returns. So you could see some wide receivers going that are exactly like that too, and players that just can be all over the field.
All right, y'all. Absolutely. What are the Lions doing here, Marvin? They're on the clock.
The Lions are undoubtedly going Aiden Hutchinson. There's no doubt in my mind.
The Lions are open from him.
Let me see here.
So they're not going to pick a quarterback?
If they don't,
yep.
That means
they have. My first two picks are spot on. Aiden Hutchinson, number 2 overall. Big time, guys. You're looking at somebody who had 14 sacks, over 30 plus sacks in his last 3 years at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh. I mean, guys from Michigan just don't fail in the NFL. They just don't fail.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
And that's all I was going to say. They just don't fail.
And even though he's got a lot of sacks, do not underestimate his ability to get to the football, because he's got a nose for it.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing with the Lions organization. Their defense always they pick defensive guys, but they never pan out in Detroit.
The last defensive guy who did was Ndamukong Suh, and he was a hothead.
Yeah. Like, I remember that they picked Deshaun Hand, who, funny enough, he's a Woodbridge guy, and I actually went to middle school with the guy. And he has not panned out.
I think a lot of their picks are struggling. Last year they picked Jeff Okudah out of Ohio State. He struggled last season.
When Matt Stafford there, they at least had some sort of a winning culture, and now that they switched for Jared Goff,
and you know,
losing culture.
Okudah, in Okudah's case, he was injured. Jared Davis, but I think Aiden Hutchinson's a different story, man. He's a very talented prospect. And with Dan Campbell there, being who Dan Campbell is, he wants to build a feisty sort of culture there. So you look at Jared Goff and the pieces around him. Aaron, you just brought that up, right? You got DeAndre Swift, you got T.J. Hawkinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark. So there's definitely some weapons and some pieces there.
Their offensive line is decent. So and they drafted an offensive lineman last year as well.
They need more athleticism for a guy like Goff, because right now it just seems like against teams that have big front fours, they've been crumbling. And again, you guys,
I think last year they struggled because DeAndre Swift missed some time with some injury. T.J. Hawkinson has struggled to stay healthy throughout his career. And St. Brown came on a lot down the stretch, but outside of St. Brown, they didn't really have nobody. Their receiving core was depleted. Tyrell Williams was supposed to lead that room, and ended up getting hurt. So,
do you think that teams will shy away from drafting certain players if they think that they will be injury prone, like if they had injuries while they were in college?
Which team you said? Do I think the Lions will?
Teams in general. Do you think that they will shy away from players who were injured in college because they think being injured in college will translate to being injury prone in the NFL?
No, I don't think teams will shy away from that necessarily, because Derek Stingley is projected to go here in the top 20 picks or so. And he dealt with some injuries last season, but in his freshman season, he was big time, and he was a top 10 player in the country. So teams like we talked about at the beginning of the draft about raw potential. If a player can bounce back here, Jameson Williams got hurt there in the college football championship, and he's still going to go ahead and go top. You project top 15 here.
All right, Texans on the clock. Who do you have, Marvin?
I got Sauce Gardner, Ahmad Gardner out of Cincinnati there. Big physical corner, big, long, lanky corner. Can go ahead and play any scheme you want him to play. He can play a lot of man, and that's what Lovie Smith wants to do. Lovie Smith wants to play man and send 5 every time at these quarterbacks here. And so Sauce Gardner's my pick there.
So when do you start building for Davis Mills? The Texans have multiple first-round picks, right? So I feel like,
and you wouldn't go ahead and take a receiver this high. An offensive lineman will fall to you later in the draft. Go ahead and take the best corner here.
I think, and I honestly think just because they go defense doesn't necessarily mean that drafting a defensive player doesn't necessarily mean that drafting a defensive player is not building for Travis Mills, because if you've got somebody who's a turnover beast, you can give Travis Mills a short field every time.
I agree with that. See, in the case of Davis Mills, he was a quarterback who was able to move the ball up and down the football field as the season progressed. Sauce Gardner isn't the kind of guy that's going to give you a ton of interceptions, though. He's going to completely shut down his side of the field and not allow the quarterback to be able to throw in that direction. He had 3 interceptions last season, but he's definitely a pick that's worth taking here. A Jalen Ramsey kind of player where it's a bigger corner.
Well, and again,
but however, I was wrong. It wasn't Sauce Gardner. it was another player that I spoke about with raw potential that ended up getting injured last season. Derek Singley Jr., corner out of LSU,
Wow,
top
that
10 player in his freshman season. I had him going 12 to
Philadelphia.
Minnesota.
Oh, I thought you said Philadelphia.
No, so I had Kyle Hamilton going to Philadelphia, but
Okay.
I had Derek Stingley Jr. going 12 to Minnesota, man. But Houston, they got to
That's
be
still a
thrilled.
good pick, and that is an example of what I was talking about earlier in the stream, where scouts will have teams going for certain people because of what they feel is best for the system and best for the team. And this is an example of that. Somebody that we thought was going later, but ends up going earlier simply because Houston feels that they're going to be a good fit for their system.
I absolutely agree. And I spoke about Sauce Gardner being a Jalen Ramsey type. When you speak about Jalen Ramsey, Gardner isn't the first name that comes to mind. It's actually Derek Stingley. Same attitude, same in your face personality, same hands on. I'ma take your chain if I'm DK Metcalf. So that's the kind of player you're getting with Derek Stingley Jr. Now. The
Yeah.
reason that I had him falling so far in my mock draft, and when I say so far, I just mean outside of the top 10 down to number 12, was simply because of that attitude, because of people question his want to. Do you love football or do you like football? And a lot of people question that with Derek Stingley Jr. They question his wannabe to be on the field, his leadership in the locker room. But if he's a phenomenal football player, was never a question. Derek Stingley Jr. knows he's a phenomenal football player, and that's where the want to comes into play because he knows he can get the job done. But is this practice or is this a game? Is the type of mentality that he comes in with?
Well, and keep your eyes peeled. I know this. Hopefully, it's not too far off topic, but this is not going to be the first surprise of the last surprise of the night.
Get a
I call it right now.
All right, who goes number 4? Who has the number 4 overall pick?
Say that one more time.
Who has the number 4 overall pick? I lost
The
count.
New York Jets.
Yep, the
On
Jets
my board, man, now that Sauce Gardner slipped the pick, man, I wouldn't be surprised at all
if
if
the Jets
Robert
take right
Saleh took Sauce Gardner here.
now, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Right now I have them taking Evan Neal, offensive tackle out of Alabama, big, powerful blocker, powerful pass protector. Either him or Ike Okonwu here. Those guys, I got Okonwu going to the Giants more because of the scheme fit.
I don't know. I think the Jets could take a Okonwu. I think if the Jets do take a Okonwu, again, it's another situation for the reason that Sauce Gardner went to Houston, because scouts are looking, the NFL scouts are looking, and they have a specific person in mind because it's a specific fit for their system. These scouts are going to have plans and backup plans and backup plans for each draft pick, simply because in case their guy gets taken, they want to be able to not only meet all of the needs of the team, but they also want to make sure that they meet the needs, and can be ready in case their picks get taken.
So Sauce Gardner is actually still on the board. The Texans went ahead and took Derek Stingley.
Yeah.
But I absolutely agree with everything you're saying. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this pick was a Conwu. I think best player available is Sauce Gardner here. But but a Conwu or a guy like Evan Neal isn't far behind Gardner. And when you match team need with best player available, I think the need for an offensive tackle, especially with Mekhi Becton, the first round pick from 2 years ago out of Louisville for the Jets. He's having trouble staying healthy in his career. So if you can plug one of these guys in at right tackle with Becton at left tackle, and if Becton has trouble staying healthy, you go ahead and you
move him
switch
over.
one of them over.
Yep.
Yeah, because Zach Wilson needs a lot of help. Well, to be honest, the 2021 draft quarterback class all struggled, with the exception of, I think everyone. No, never mind. Everyone struggled in that draft class.
Michael McCordle-Jones didn't struggle that bad.
And again, keep your eyes out too, because I did say I think Pittsburgh's going to trade up higher in the first round.
Well, these quarterbacks are slipping, man. Like
There's
I think the Steelers could end up with a quarterback without needing to trade up.
well, I think if they want to meet a different need on the team besides quarterback, then they still could draft up.
I think my pick right here, my official pick is Sauce Gardner, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Evan Neal or Conwu came off the board.
I'm going to Conwu simply for competitive streak. And again, I have said this from the beginning. Do not be surprised if you see a lot of surprises and unpredictability with the draft picks that are going to come out. Again, these scouts are looking, and they have a specific person in mind. You gotta understand that these NFL scouts have probably been spending months upon months upon months looking at these guys and thinking, this is what I want, this is what we want, and this is what we need. What's going to be the best fit for our team, and who is going to create a conducive environment in a locker room.
Absolutely. We got a pick. Actually, I take that back. False alarm.
Hey, where are you watching, Marvin? Because you announced the picks and they haven't announced it here on my side. Like you're already talking about it before they announce it here on my TV, and I don't know if Aaron.
I'm actually not watching it. I get some inside. I got some inside
on network.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious to see which of the quarterbacks will be the first one to go. Maybe Pickett.
Either Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis.
I'm going to say Pickett now. I think Pickett's going to be the guy.
No, I think the Carolina Panthers are going to pick their quarterback, and I think it's going to be Malik Willis.
I'm surprised they wouldn't stick with Darnold, considering they've had McCaffrey.
Dude, Darnold's trash.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I'm thinking again. See, when I'm looking at these teams, I'm like, it's not just about who they pick. It's about how good are these franchises going to be at developing these players. And I don't necessarily think that the Carolina Panthers are good at developing quarterbacks.
With the exception,
I can concur with that. I could definitely concur with that. They've had a coaching change over the years, so that remains to be seen. But I do like the Carolina Panthers to go ahead and take a quarterback. If Kenny, I think Kenny Pickett's going to be the pick there.
That's what I was going to say too. But I really think that this is what I'm saying. Like, someone's a draft pick, that means they look good on paper for these teams. But it's about development, it's about longevity, and it's about how you act as a player, how you act as a cog in the machine that is your football team.
All right, guys. So the New York Jets pick is in. And on my mock draft, obviously, I had him going to the Texans. He ended up going to the Jets. Ahmad Sauce Gardner is now a New York Jet.
You know what? It's a good
pick. Yeah, Robert Saleh, a defensive guy. I'm not surprised.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah. They got to rebuild that defense too. So
they haven't been that good since Darrelle Revis was there.
Yeah.
And what this means now, right, is that these offensive tackles like Ike Ekwonu, like Evan Neal, like Charles Cross, like Tyler Lindenbaum, who's going to be taken later in the 20s, might end up slipping into the second round now. Kenyon Green, Trevor Penning. Some of these guys are going to start to fall now. There's no doubt in my mind the Giants are absolutely 100% going offensive tackle and edge rusher with their next two picks, whether they go edge rusher here or offensive tackle.
Sorry.
I think that the Giants are going to get Evan Neal and then Thibodeau.
So I say in my mock
Giants.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Aaron.
I say Ekwonu to the Giants.
So right here, I don't see that. And I had a combo to the Giants in my mock, but I think they go Thibodeau, and here's why. They have pick number 7. The Carolina Panthers are probably going to go quarterback. If they don't go quarterback, then they go edge rusher. So I think the Giants go Thibodeau right here because Evan Neal and Okongwu are pretty much neck and neck as far as offensive tackle prospects. So if you go Thibodeau here, then you absolutely get one of the next two at 7. If you don't go Thibodeau, then you risk the potential of the Carolina Panthers taking Kayvon Thibodeau right here.
I think the Panthers will take him, and I'll tell you this too. I think all of these scouts want to have their cake and eat it too, so they know who they want. Yes, we can do our mock drafts, but if the scouts like somebody, they're going to take them.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is that Thibodeau could potentially go here to the Giants, and the only reason Giants will take Thibodeau here at 5 is because number one, Thibodeau was a top draft. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, so the Giants are on the clock right now.
I do apologize about that. My headset keeps cutting off. I do apologize about
Bro,
that.
I work at home as a call center rep, and I have the same problem sometimes. Actually, I might even say Neal could go right now.
Okay, guys, can you hear me? I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
Good, brother.
My headset had cut off for a second.
No, it's all good, man.
What I was saying was that Thibodeau was considered the first overall pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About a month ago.
Yeah. I remember the Jaguar. Like, I follow like this Jaguar YouTuber, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, I want Thibodeau, pass rush for the Jaguars." So I was surprised that Thibodeau was saying, like, a Giants YouTuber that I follow was like, "Yeah, we can get Thibodeau at 5 or something like that." So
I feel like
so
see who they
just
want.
really quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
When teams see that, when teams see other teams going for the same position, I think it's gonna light a fire under them to grab who they want while they can get them.
No, right, and which is the reason I think Thibodeau might go here. But I am gonna lock in my pick.
You're saying Thibodeau?
Oh, this is a hard one because I really think it could be a combo.
I am
going
Neal.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick with my original pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thibodeau.
I'm gonna say a combo with my original pick.
I'm gonna say Kevin Neal.
Okay, so the 3 of us are split.
Because I don't think
more fun
the
that
Panthers
way.
Guys Thibodeau, even though they have Matt Rule as their coach, I think they've already indicated to Sam Darnold that if their guys they're at number 6 overall that they're going quarterback. So I think they absolutely go quarterback next, and we're looking at a combo here to protect Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones for the foreseeable future.
I think if they were to do it, I think it would be a smart move. However, again, I think we're in for a lot of surprises tonight. That's what I think.
All right, here we go.
You know what? I don't think there's been many surprises so far. Derek Stingley,
with the exception of Sauce Gardner sliding down a pick.
There may not have been, but just because there haven't been doesn't mean there won't be.
I think Derek Stingley was the only surprise so far, just because I had him going outside of the top 10, and he ended up going 3rd overall, obviously. But it's warranted. The upside is there. I've seen mock drafts that had him going to the Texans. It's been a while since I've seen him going in the top 5, but I've definitely seen it, so I'm not surprised at all. Or actually, I'll take that back. I am surprised. I am surprised, but in the same sense, I'm not surprised.
Well, it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, when you think about it, it makes sense. But just because I had him outside of my top 10.
Like I said, I think that the Giants could take Evan Neal. Sorry, why did I do that? I'm tired from work, guys.
You know, I'm starting to feel confident about my mock draft. My board isn't too far off here.
No, I think there's a good chance that you may have it right down to each pick.
And I should have stuck with my initial gut instinct, man. The Giants went ahead. Oscar, you were right. Kayvon Thibodeau was their pick. I had him going 7th to the Giants. He went to the Giants regardless at 5.
They may still take Thibodeau, though, later in the round.
They did get Thibodeau.
I mean, not Thibodeau.
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. They may still take Evan Neal later in the round.
Right, they could still take Evan Neal or a Conwu 7th.
I think they're more likely to take a Conwu than Neal now. Now that I
Yeah.
So who do you guys think the Panthers are going to go? The Panthers are going a number of directions.
Panthers are going Pickett.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, you guys convinced. I'm just gonna say Pickett. Malik Willis.
They've been interested in Pickett, Malik Lewis, quarterback out of Liberty. Teams have been interested in trading up here for this pick. They could potentially go receiver to pair with DJ Moore and give Sam Darnold another target. Or they could go offensive lineman.
I don't think they have faith in Darnold, though.
I don't think so either,
and that's why I'm thinking quarterback
to give somebody another target. Whoever they get at, whoever's going to be their quarterback is going to need another.
If they let a team trade up to get them, then they're not looking for quarterback. That's all I can say is if
Kayvon Thibodeau was a unanimous All-American, 7 sacks and 12 tackles for loss, pretty dominant over there at Oregon. Big time player. He's going to be big time in New York. Actually has a big time personality, man. He's going to be box office.
He's going to be like a bigger version of JPP. He's going to be like a bigger JPP.
Right, and he's just one of those guys that sells tickets in the seats that you come to see. Play football. He brings a nastiness to that Giants defense that I think they need, that I think they were lacking a little bit.
Like I said, they haven't had it since JPP.
Right, absolutely. And putting him with Leonard Floyd, I think is going to be big time.
And if you have a good defense, and you can put some offensive tackles in there that are going to have longevity, I think you could see a renaissance in the career of Saquon Barkley.
I think so too. If the Giants go ahead and get an offensive line.
So is Evan Neal a tackle, or is he more of a guard?
He's a tackle.
Okay, so the thing is with that is
he plays left tackle.
Okay, the problem with that is the Giants already have like a tackle in that position.
But is he versatile enough where they can move him to?
Well, Evan Neal could play either tackle.
What's this guy?
He could play either tackle. Number 1, number 2. They're not going to go Evan Neal. I'm confident they're going to go with Kambu. That's the better player for both Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
If the Giants don't go Neal, then the Panthers will.
Well, the Panthers are on the clock now.
Oh, they are. Oh.
The Panthers are on the clock, and they're going to take Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Who's on the clock after Carolina?
The Giants.
Yeah, then Ekonwu's going to go right after Pickett. These guys.
Which means Evan Neal's starting to fall. Which means my whole draft
going into the second round.
Get blown.
He's going to go into the second round. Neal is.
No, Neal, absolutely not. Absolutely. Why would a top 5 pick go in the second round? He's just sliding down the board just a little bit.
Better. Hidden gems. What other teams need versatile guards?
Guards or tackles?
Tackles.
So teams like the Falcons could use a tackle. Seattle, those are players. These next picks here are honestly any of the teams picking within the next, I'm gonna say 7 picks. Could probably use a lineman
or a tackle.
Say that one more time.
I think the Seahawks have a more urgent need for quarterback than they do tackle.
Andrew Thomas is the guy that I was thinking of. The Giants already. He's either
Thomas out of Alabama.
Yeah, I think I think he's a right tackle for the Giants. So maybe Evan Neal can be on the other side.
Yeah, definitely could be a possibility.
The Seahawks need a quarterback more than a tackle.
I think the Seahawks go. I don't think they go quarterback. Unless somebody moves up. Unless the only way they go they're not going to sit still and take a quarterback. They're going to go ahead and move back, potentially and take a QB. But they're definitely I think they go Jermaine Johnson at 9.
And if they do, like I said, it's a good move. Again, I have the feeling if they don't, they're going to be severely missing Russell Wilson this year.
Well, there's word on the street that Drew Lock isn't a bad quarterback, second-round quarterback from a few seasons ago.
He's not a leader.
And that he was having trouble with the Denver Broncos organization. So it wasn't a talent thing. It was a meshing with the coaching staff thing. And there's word that the Seahawks actually kind of like Drew Lock.
I don't think it's going to work out. I really don't. I don't think that I don't think Drew Lock has big playability.
I think that's actually what a lot of people are criticizing him for, is the fact that he forces a lot of passes downfield, trying to make those big plays, but being unsuccessful to go ahead and make those big plays. I think he has the targets now to do that with DK Metcalf, with Tyler Lockett. I know he had Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton, but Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton aren't DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, but DK Metcalf is rumored to be traded.
There's rumors that he's going to get traded. That is true, but there's rumors all the time that players are going to get traded. Just because there's rumors doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen.
And also, sorry to cut you off. The Seahawks, in that trade with the Broncos, they got their tight end, Noah Fant.
Noah Fant.
Yeah, so we got that. So they got another, a decent tight end as well. So I mean, Drew Lock has everything.
Well, DK Metcalf isn't a tight end.
No, but what he's saying is that it's going to be somebody that they can put in the slot to open things up more for Metcalf and Lockett.
Yeah, and Drew Lock has everything to succeed. All they need is maybe maybe they take a running back in the later rounds and get an offensive lineman. The Seahawks do, just because the Seahawks their offensive line is not that good.
I see it being a situation where they take a quarterback and then Drew Lock. If Drew Lock stays a starter, they could draft a quarterback and have him watch the way Drew Lock handles the starting position. That way, after a year or two, they bring the new guy in.
I think that the Seahawks actually go quarterback in the second round. Take a guy like Desmond Ridder, if he's available, or a guy like Carson Strong in the third round. I really can't see them going all 6 rounds in the first round.
Are they doing all 6 rounds tonight?
No, it's just the first round.
Just the first.
First round today, tomorrow, second and third, and then 4 through 7 on Saturday.
We're trying to do.
I'm only doing a live stream for tonight. I did last year. I did it for 2 nights. I was exhausted.
No, I get it.
But what we'll probably do is, obviously we're doing this live stream right now, and then we'll probably come back Sunday. And Marvin, I can include you in this too if you're available. And we can do the do like a recap on Sunday. So.
All right, so it looks like the Panthers, man. It looks like they're still locked in on our boy Sam Darnold. We're going to give him one more go at this.
I think
he's trash. No.
Starting this season.
Ekonwu's going here to Carolina.
Panthers took my boy Ike Ekonwu, offensive tackle.
I just said that.
Well, that means Evan Neal's going to the Giants.
Yep. There's no way.
Yeah, I absolutely think so. I think that's the pick there.
Oh, by the way, fun fact, boys, the first 5 picks were all defensive picks.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? Right before Marvin, right before they said it, right before that pick came out, I said, Panthers are going to take Ekonwu.
Yeah, no, it's a great pick. It's a chance to get Christian McCaffrey some more running lanes. Chuba Hubbard and Deontay Foreman will have some open running lanes. Sam Darnold will have more time in a pocket. They did. If a lot of people don't remember, the Panthers did start 3-0 last season, so I'm not surprised that Sam Darnold is still the guy.
They know he has potential. He just falls off of it.
The Panthers could still move up to that pick at number 32 overall or 31 overall,
and take Pickett.
Or you even look at the Kansas City, who have 2 picks back-to-back, 29 and 30. The Bengals, who have 31. If there isn't a guy on the offensive line that they like, they're at 31.
I think definitely Evan Neal now goes in this next pick.
I concur. I think Evan Neal is his next pick. And in my original mock draft, I actually had Evan Neal going to the Giants at 5 before I switched him out with a Kamwu. So it wouldn't surprise me at all because Evan Neal feels like a Giant pick.
Well, and that honestly, and I'll tell you this too: if the Panthers had not taken Kamwu in the first place, then maybe he would have gone to the Giants.
Yeah, and Evan Neal's the teammate of Andrew Thomas, former teammate of Andrew Thomas, who went 4th overall to the Giants last season.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here.
Like I said, I'm intrigued by these, knowing that Kamwu's gone to the Panthers.
I'm going to tell you guys what some of the guys from my major football group. Shout out to them. We got a great football group with we got a great group of guys from all around the country, all around the world actually. The main guy lives in Guam. His name's Pat Flores. He's a big time. He's big time out there, firefighter, works for their intelligence service as well. We got some big time guys. So they're pretty hype here in this group chat. So I'm about to see if I can take a look and just read some of the comments to see what guys are saying about the draft.
I'm intrigued by what some of the future picks, knowing that Kamwu has gone to Carolina, because I think that is going to shake a few things up. I really do.
So people are saying if the Giants go ahead and take Evan Neal, they're going to love that. They got to protect Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
And versatility, like I've been saying.
Say that one more time.
And remember, I talked a lot about versatility, him being able to switch in the tackle positions. The Giants may be able to have different, set packages where they line Evan Neal up in different positions to confuse defenses. And that's where a versatile player comes in handy.
Now the question is, after this Giants pick, who's next? The Falcons? Who do the Falcons take?
The Falcons, we talked about that. I think the Falcons, they said that there was somebody we talked about. Who did you say the Falcons were going to take? Oh gosh, who?
You said there was somebody that I talked about.
Yeah. Who are the Falcons taking at 8?
Are the Falcons up?
No. I think that they're after the Giants.
After the Giants.
Oh, okay. I think it just really depends on which direction the Giants go here. I believe I had them going Charles Cross in my mock. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick with that pick. So I wouldn't be surprised if they want Charles Cross there.
Or, fun fact, do they not have enough confidence in Marcus Mariota and we get our first quarterback off the board?
That's what I think, honestly. I actually think they could go that way and then use Marcus Mariota like the Raiders as a gadget quarterback. And it'll make their offense look eerily similar to New Orleans because of the way they use Taysom Hill. So I wouldn't be surprised if a quarterback comes off the board for Atlanta. But if that's the case, would they go Pickett or would they go?
All right, it's in. Evan Neal is officially a New York Giant.
Yep, that was basically set in stone after Kamwu went off the board.
So now the draft has gotten a little bit more interesting.
I told you, though. Surprises. I said it from the beginning. I said, watch out for the surprises. Ha! They literally just said what I was saying. Versatility.
All right.
Line that guy up at left or right
I
tackle.
think Marvin muted himself.
Hey, can you guys hear me again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good, brother. It's okay.
Okay, now you're good. Yeah.
So line this guy up
Okay.
not only at left or right tackle, but I even see with the way his body build is that you could see Evan Neal converting to a guard sometimes too.
No, I don't think Evan Neal plays guard because I don't think he's fast enough as a run blocker to be able to play guard, and that's actually his biggest question mark is run blocking. I think he absolutely goes ahead and starts there at left tackle for the Giants, and Andrew Thomas kicks out to right tackle, and now the Giants have a foundation for Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones to see if Daniel Jones is really the real deal.
Well, I feel like, again, this is what I talk about with development. I think the fact that the Giants could see the versatility that Evan Neal brings, and maybe they put him in some unconventional spots simply to confuse defenses with their different packages.
Yeah, no, I do understand what you mean. I think a lot of times you see that more with defensive players. And it's because as an offensive lineman, it's a little hard to it's a different technique lining up as a guard versus lining up as a tackle. And I know a lot of times when and it's even different lining up as a left tackle versus lining up as a right tackle. You're asked to do different things and look for different things on the field. So as a young player, I'd be surprised if the Giants would move him into a guard position unless they absolutely needed it, or unless he struggled with his pass blocking and they needed to kick him inside.
So the reason why I would think sometimes he would struggle with pass blocking is because Daniel Jones hasn't been developed enough to not hold the ball too long.
And that's definitely a possibility. Daniel Jones had 9 fumbles in each of the last few seasons, 9+ fumbles in each of the last few seasons. So that's definitely a possibility. But I think the Giants want to ground and pound that football more.
I think they have to.
I would be surprised.
I think they have to with the division they're playing in. Yes, the NFC East is not a great division, but again, solid defenses all around.
I concur with that. The Eagles had the number 11 pass defense in the league. The Cowboys had Trayvon Diggs, intercepting passes all over the field, looking like Deion Sanders. So the NFC East defenses are definitely on the rise. I would say I concur with that.
Most of these teams have their shortcomings in the offense because the offense is not giving the defense enough breaks.
That's absolutely true.
All right. So what are the Falcons doing here again?
I say quarterback.
I don't think they go QB.
I think they go. I think they go defensive end or edge / edge. Sorry.
I think that they don't. I think they want to use Mariota as a gadget quarterback.
I actually have them go.
And I could be wrong, but I just think, again, Mariota hasn't been like the Titans drafted him, and he hasn't been the same since he left Tennessee. And I think the Falcons recognize that.
Oh, I think we lost Marvin again.
They could go wide receiver if they wanted to give up Ridley.
Oh, true.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? I'm going to choose a pick. Sorry. Marvin, if you can hear me, I actually think that the Falcons might go wide receiver now.
Yeah, Marvin, you're muted.
I think the Falcons may want to replace Calvin Ridley with all the off-the-field issues he had. And I think there's a good chance that
Okay,
that the Falcons...
hold on.
Sorry.
Here it is.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, Drake London's off the board.
Oh man, the connection's really, really bad. Oscar, I'm gonna leave the server really quick and join back because the connection's terrible.
Yeah, I got you. So Drake London goes to the Falcons. I don't like that pick because I feel like Drake London is way too high.
I called it though.
Washington was projected to get, if it wasn't Garrett Wilson, then it may be, Drake London, but we'll have to wait, Drake London to the Falcons. I mean, you called the wide receiver now. The question was, which one was it going to be?
No, I think if it was going to be a wide receiver, it would have been London, because London is, I think, head and shoulders above the rest of the wide receivers in the draft class.
All right, I'm waiting for Marvin to get back into the stream.
But yeah, I even like I said, I did call wide receiver, and I mentioned it because the analysts were talking about Calvin Ridley's off the field issues, and I'm thinking, they may want to separate themselves from him. And now that they've got the draft pick of the future as far as wide receivers concerned, maybe the Falcons now feel that they can make that separation from Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. Well, number 9, Seahawks. All right. Let's see if Marvin's already backstage. Not yet.
Yeah, I'd say Seahawks go cross.
Do me a favor. Wait. Oh no, never mind. You can't let me know. You can't see the people that are backstage, right?
No, I can see the chat, but I can't see anybody who's.
I know that there's a way we can I can assign co-hosts on StreamYard, because I've seen it done on YouTube where the main host gives permissions to his guests. I just don't know how to do it.
Honestly, good for Atlanta picking Drake London. Honestly, good for them. Even if they do keep Calvin Ridley, at least that they'll have somebody to opposite him.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Do you think the Falcons should keep Ridley with everything that's going on with him off the field?
No. I think he's gonna have a lot of things to prove.
Maybe
I don't know. Well, he's gonna have a lot of things to prove after his suspension, but I don't think it's gonna be the Atlanta Falcons. You saw what happened with Michael Vick, that they weren't willing to give him a chance to redeem himself. So,
maybe they draft another wide receiver later. Or maybe they trade up for another one. If London goes, maybe another wide receiver will go to Atlanta, which means maybe Atlanta drafts up again to get another pick. But right now, it looks so the Seahawks are on the clock.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Drake London. Who are the Seahawks going to take? I feel like the Seahawks need to take an offensive lineman because. Oh, hold on. Jason's been busy in the chat. Hold on.
We'll get his ass in here. I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta trades up for another wide receiver, because they're going to need somebody. If they bring Drake London in, they're going to make themselves a much younger team as far as a wide receiving core and give Marcus Mariota more targets. Or they could easily go and enact a trade for a veteran wide receiver to be able to play, but also mentor London.
So Jason, who's right now in the chat, and he'll be joining us later, he says that. Let me see here.
He's surprised I'm not asleep.
That Falcons won't give up Ridley.
I mean, I as much as I don't think that his conduct is good for off and on the field, I think that it's almost necessary for them to keep him because they need somebody opposite Drake London. But I just don't know if they're going to be able to rein him in.
Hold on. Let me add our Marvin back into the stream. All right. Marvin, can you hear us?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, Marvin. I called wide receiver.
Okay, sorry.
Drake London to the Falcons. Your thoughts? I feel like Drake London went too early.
And you know what, Drake
I
London,
called it though.
I have my qualms about Drake London as a receiver. He played 8 games, 88 receptions, 7 touchdowns, and over and 1,084 receiving yards, and that's all in 8 games. You're talking about a big time receiver, a big bodied, super, ultra like big receiver, a Mike Williams. That's who you want to think about when you think about Drake London, in every aspect. And the reason I said I got my qualms with him is because when I say Mike Williams, I mean Mike Williams in the regards of big body, but has a hard time staying healthy. Hasn't played a full season yet in college. The numbers are there in half a season. It makes you wonder. He was on pace for over 170 receptions, over 2,000 receiving yards, and over 16 touchdowns. So it makes you wonder what can London actually do? And you know what? Those numbers are a little skewed because that was in a 16. That would be in a 16 game season and not the natural 12 of college football. But regardless, those would be big time numbers if Drake London can stay healthy. And pairing him with Marcus Mariota and the quarterback of the future that the Falcons are undoubtedly to take if they go ahead and move up in the draft into that bottom tier of the 30s is big time.
Well, let me ask you this.
What about, do you think he's going to replace Calvin Ridley since Calvin Ridley is going to be suspended for the year? Or do the Falcons hold on
if Ridley's there regardless, London's going to be the number 1 receiver. He provides and now these guys are 2 different receivers, right? Whereas Ridley is more of a receiver who can do some things as far as running the entire route tree, sort of stretch the field a little bit, not in a major way, but can get downfield. Where Drake London is a receiver who increases that target zone, has an extremely wide wingspan. You're looking at a receiver that's 6'5", 220 plus pounds, guys. And that's a receiver that's he's gonna stretch that red zone wide open. And our next pick is
the Broncos traded up. Oh no! So they're talking about the Broncos trade.
And I was correct. Charles Cross is there to Seattle.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. Yeah, but I will say with the whole Calvin Ridley thing, do you think that the Falcons' offense is complementary to London's skill set?
Yeah. I think London is that type of receiver because of how big he is and because he's not necessarily a speed demon and he's more of a possession receiver that he would fit into a lot of offenses. I think you're going to see the Falcons sort of look
Seahawks are on the clock. Seahawks are about to make their pick. Sorry to interrupt.
They already made it. It's Cross.
They made it already. They took Charles Cross.
Oh.
So but to finish answering the question, Drake London, I think he'll be excellent in Atlanta as long as he can stay healthy. There's no chance that he fails in Atlanta. As far as Charles Cross go, that fits right into my point with you guys that Seattle's intrigued by the skill set of Drew Lock, the big arm, the big body, the physicality, the attitude, the swagger. Drew Lock has the intangibles to be a franchise quarterback, but can he put it all together? Can Pete Carroll help him put it all together?
No, I don't think so.
You say no. I think he can. I think Drew Lock can be a solid quarterback in this league.
He's not a playoff winner.
He hasn't been to a playoff.
I don't know, man. I think he has the weapons now. He has Chris Carson. He has Rashad Penny. He has Noah Fant.
You name 2 running backs. You name 2 running backs who are injury prone.
No, DK. Well, Rashad Penny had a nice season last year. And we all know what Chris Carson can do as a 7th round draft pick. We all know what he can do. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and then you just got Charles Cross.
Yeah, I mean, but 2 guys that are hidden gems for real, as far as Rashad Penny's concerned.
Who's number 10?
Number 10?
Yeah, who's pick number 10?
It's the Jets again.
Oh yeah, they have the Seahawks pick. Never mind. Or the Seahawks. Yeah, basically. It was like a draft pick from like last year or something.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what the Jets are gonna do with. They gotta get Zach Wilson weapons.
Yeah, and that's why
The Jets are on the clock, so I think
they're gonna go wide
think
receiver.
I had them going Drake London. My board is obviously a little shifted now.
Who's that?
Garrett Wilson.
I'm gonna go
Wilson,
Jermaine
that's
Johnson, man. Jermaine
Derek
Johnson.
Derek Wilson. I think Derek Wilson could fit the system better for the Jets. Plus, I think there's more longevity there. Try to make sure we don't lose you again there, Marvin. I wonder if any team has ever had 3 picks in the first round.
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Jaguars.
Well, that's obvious, I guess, for the Jags.
Hold on. I'll take a look at Marvin in a second. All right, let's see what the Jets do here.
Derek Wilson. That's what I think. Oh, yeah, they sent Jamal Adams to Seattle in exchange for this pick.
Yeah.
I still say wide receiver.
Yeah.
And I think that that there's going to be enough offensive linemen where they can grab a hidden gem in later rounds. That's what I think. Garrett Wilson.
Let me. Oh, Marvin, you're muted again.
We need to hear that voice, bro. It's awesome.
Let me see if I can try to unmute him. I cannot.
He's got some major headset problems. Is Jason coming in to the show?
Marvin, can you hear us?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
So I'm
you can hear me now?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Okay, you were absolutely right. The pick was Garrett Wilson.
Heck yeah, called it. Sorry.
And Garrett Wilson was my pick as well, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they took Jermaine Johnson.
I actually
had
thought
the Jets taking Drake London, and obviously he won a couple of picks earlier.
All right. So the question is, will I end the live stream early if the Washington, because Garrett Wilson's off the board, Drake London's off the board.
Maybe Jermaine Johnson falls to Washington.
They don't need an edge rusher.
That would be a great pass rusher for them. I think they could definitely use him, but they could also use Jordan Davis. So either one of those guys.
Ooh.
But Chris Olave would be somebody. Chris Olave would be
I forgot about
Olave. Definitely Olave.
And Jameson Williams.
Actually,
Jameson Williams actually might be the best receiver in this draft class had it not been for the injury.
No, actually, I think that they will take Jameson Williams. Actually, now that I think about it, I think he's a better fit for their system. Actually.
All right, let's see.
But keep your eyes peeled on the Jets.
What team did you say you were a fan of again, Aaron?
So I actually so
he's a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yes, that's kind of a long story for that one.
Right. Yeah, you did mention that.
But like I said, it's a long story for that one.
Right.
But I will say this: keep your eye out for anybody who's watching this draft and is paying close attention. Keep your eyes out for the Jets picks in later rounds, because I'd be willing to bet that they're going to get some hidden gem offensive tackles going in later rounds for the Jets, because that's going to be a position that's in desperate need for them.
Hey, Mom. Mom, I did it. I locked myself with the handcuffs and threw the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job on your spelling test. That's solid.
You did?
Yeah. That was really neat too.
In person or on
Oh, the Saints have made a trade with the Commanders.
Who?
The Saints have?
The Saints
Oh, so
moved up to number 11.
Oh, so Washington's traded back? What are they getting in return?
Washington traded back. The Saints, I'm telling you now, the Saints are coming up to get Kenny Pickett and Malik Lewis. They're coming up to get Malik Lewis. They love the kid.
That's a good
Done
move.
a lot of
That's a good
reports
move.
on him.
That's a good move. And
All
he's
right,
going to have
yeah,
he's gonna have
Washington.
weapons.
If they could not find anyone that they wanted, Garrett Wilson's off the board.
Yeah.
I feel like what's the dude's name? Oh, I can't pronounce the dude's name.
Jermaine Johnson,
No, the other one. Alabab.
Olivier.
Yeah. I think that getting him at 11 is too high, so trade back and see if you can get him at 16.
I think they will, and I think with the weapons that the Saints
You better
have,
hope the Eagles don't take him at 16
ooh.
Oh wait, no.
or at
Wait.
15. At 15.
Yeah.
No, because the Eagles need more. The
The Eagles pick at 15 and 18.
They need offensive linemen though.
And the Saints were at 16 and 19. I don't know what the details of the trade are.
I
But
don't
I do know
let
that.
me look
New
on Twitter
Orleans is
real
now on the
fast.
clock.
Hold on. Let me look at the Twitter.
watch James Winston go to the Commanders.
Why would he do
That's
that? The Commanders just traded for Carson Wentz.
Hey, backup quarterback. Look, all I'm saying is look at the past track record for crappy decisions with the Commanders. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Nope, nothing on Twitter yet.
Hey, Oscar.
Yeah.
When we do get past this pick rate, or when we get to when you figure out what the trade was, I'm gonna see what the trade was, and if it's 16, I think I'm gonna stay, but if it's later than that, I might have to depart for dinner.
All right, no, that's fine, man. I understand.
By the way, it's been a joy having you here so far for this, brother.
Yeah. By the way, Marvin, again, so we're doing the official podcast that I have, which is again the Golden Truth. On Sunday. Usually the time selected is 6:30, 7 o'clock. So if you can make it, I'll send you the link.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Oh,
By the way,
hold on
your
1 second. Oh, you know what? It didn't tell me what the.
Hold on.
It didn't tell me what it
ESPN
was. I thought I had got a notification about the trade.
By the way, your voice is awesome, brother.
All right, let's see here.
I think that there's going to be some early draft picks that maybe the Saints will have in future years that the Commanders are going to have going forward.
Good night.
Good night. I love you.
I'm gonna take these things off.
Man.
Oh,
Something I don't like about ESPN is when you try to open up notifications, the setting alerts get in your way.
It gets all glitchy too.
Yeah.
This is a good move. This is a game changing move.
Yeah. At this point, I'm fine with it. So I'm fine with it. Because Washington potentially gets more draft picks, and B, the guy that they probably wanted isn't there anymore. So and they don't want to get someone who's too high.
Yeah.
Like.
I think the pick here is absolutely going to be either Kenny Pickett or Malik Lewis. But as a part-time Saints fan, I do hope it's Malik Lewis.
That's who I think it's going to be. I think again for the kind of offense that they run, where there's a lot of gadget plays, and you have Taysom Hill who's regularly taking direct snaps. Malik Lewis is better suited for that kind of an offense than Pickett is. I already have ESPN Plus as part of my part of the Disney bundle because I got it through Verizon. Malik Lewis. That's who's going to New Orleans.
It's Willis.
Malik Willis. Why do I keep saying Lewis?
I keep on calling it. No, don't worry about it. I call him I confuse him for I get him and Matt Corral confused. So I call him Matt Lewis
Matt Corral.
Matt Willis.
Malik.
Or no, Mac Willis. That's what I call him. Mac Willis.
Malik Willis.
But it's Malik Willis,
Oh, look what they got. They got Kyle Hamilton. There's Jermaine Johnson, Jameson Williams. They're talking about potential picks for the Saints. But I think it's quarterback too. And I think it's Malik Willis.
Let's see here. Oh, Marvin, I think you muted yourself again.
The Saints pick is Chris Olave from Ohio State.
Wide receiver.
Posted 14 touchdown receptions and 942 receiving yards.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that Washington traded back and they could have gotten the dude right there?
That's not smart.
Yeah.
That's not smart.
Now it's a head scratcher.
See, this is what I told you. This is
Jameson Williams is still on the board.
He's on the board, but
to me, that's the best receiver in this draft.
If Philly takes him early, Washington is left without getting a wide receiver.
Basically.
And I'm telling you right now, this goes into what I've been saying for God knows how long, in that the Washington organization is making shady decisions that don't make sense. They gave up a third and a fourth round they gave up a third and a fourth rounder for this year to trade up to Washington.
Don't like it.
A
third and a fourth trade up to 11. Washington could have gotten better.
Yeah.
The third round pick, yes, because now it gives me content for tomorrow. Because Washington only had a second round pick. They didn't have a third. So, but no, they could have done better. That is just And I'm containing my anger right now.
Because it's a stupid decision. I'm sorry.
Yes. I agree. Now, if there's still one that Jameson Williams kid
or Jermaine Johnson,
if Washington gets him, I'll be fine. But if he's not on the board, I'll be mad, and I'll be mad, and I'm probably gonna end the stream. I know that Jason's probably laughing his ass off right now.
Do the Cowboys have any pick in the first round?
They're like in the 19th or 20s. I know that they're late first round.
I figured that's probably why Jason's watching right now.
Oh, by the way, the official NFL schedule comes out in 2 weeks. So, I guess we don't have Golden Truth content for the following Sunday just yet. But the 2 Sundays from this Sunday, we got content.
It's crazy, man. I'm gonna call it NFL month on Faxman's Musings and just have NFL themed episode.
All right, let's see what the Saints get.
Yeah, remember they got Olivier. Marvin already said so.
Oh, yeah, true. Which, by the way, I think he muted himself again.
I don't think he's muting himself. I think his headset's cutting in and out.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me see what Jason has to say.
Olave, that's what his name is.
Marvin, you muted your. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm left scratching my head too. Back to back, wow. Back to back Ohio State wide receivers for this year's draft. I figured the Saints already had a lot of weapons even before this. You?
Yeah, Jason, I agree with you. What was Washington thinking? I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens at 16. If that Jameson Williams kid is still on the board, that's fine. But if he's not, and Washington don't get a wide receiver.
What other positions are they going to need besides wide receiver? Because I don't
free safety. So they either they can probably eye that safety right there. I don't know his name though.
I still think the wide receiver need is more urgent.
Yes.
You need somebody opposite Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, because Curtis Samuel is too injury prone. De'Ami Brown is developing. That's all they got.
Yeah, and I think that's asinine. Honestly, I would have understood this. I would have understood Washington taking this deal if the Saints had gotten a quarterback. But the fact that they went wide receiver as well means that Washington just lost out on a potential clinching draft pick.
Oh man, Marvin, are you still with us?
Lions traded up and took Jameson Williams out of Alabama.
Oh, we didn't hear that. We didn't hear you. Can you repeat that? Because you were muted for a
the Lions traded up to get Jameson Williams. Oh my gosh, Washington just screwed themselves big time. Oh my goodness.
Now Ron Rivera can do whatever he wants at this point. He can get his favorite thing, defensive players in the first round, which I guess they can get a safety.
It's not smart.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Now we can hear you.
I hear you, Marvin. Go ahead.
Oh,
I hear you, Marvin.
No, he's gone again.
Bro, get a new headset. I'm sorry. Wow. Just wow. That's stupidity at its best. Oh, the Eagles moved up to 13.
Oh, great. Now they're going to get... I give up on life. Marvin.
The Eagles just moved up to 13.
Okay, so Marvin said that. Thank you, Marvin, for showing up. Hope.
Is he out?
Because his connection kept on cutting in and out. So thank you, Marvin, for showing up.
You've been awesome.
Shout out to you. Yeah, it was awesome. It was fun. I'll send you the details once I have them for Sunday if you can join us. And while I do that, I'll text them the same thing that I just said out loud.
The biggest wide. So now, pretty much in this whole first round, even before pick 14, all the best wide receivers are going to be gone.
We have the details on that trade now. They received the 12th pick there, and they give back to the Vikings the last pick in the first round and a very early second-round pick and a third-rounder as well.
Wow. So a late first-round pick, a second, and a third, the Lions traded to the Vikings to go up to 12. Did you hear me, Oscar?
Jameson Williams, wide receiver, Alabama. Wow. Good for him. Let's start with the speed. Young man was a track star in high school in St. Louis. Set the state record in the 300.
All your best wide receivers are going to be off the board after this next pick because Philly's going to be on the clock. Oscar, is your audio okay?
No, I was muted. Sorry, dude. I
That's
was sending a message to Marvin.
So just to let you know what you've missed, the Vikings traded the 12th pick to the Lions.
Yeah, I saw that, and they got Jameson Williams.
Well, so what I'm saying is they gave back to the Vikings the last pick of the first round, a late second rounder, and a third rounder.
You see, that's what Washington should have done with the Saints, but no, they can't get nice things.
Yeah, it's one of those. Is that person? Why can't I have nice things? I deserve nice things. See, the Lions can draft well, but they just can't put it together.
Yeah, they can't.
Like,
All right,
so
let me see if Jason put anything in the chat.
they look really good on paper, but then they suck afterwards. Man, this kid Williams has got a hell of a double move.
All right, so this is 13 coming up, right?
Yeah, this is the one the Eagles traded up for.
Okay.
Yeah, remember I was saying the Eagles had traded up to 13.
Yeah, I remember that. So,
and that's why we were thinking that that last wide receiver is going to go right here. Washington's kind of screwed right now. Like they screwed themselves.
well, this goes with what Marvin was saying. Maybe they're interested in getting that Jordan Davis kid, to get Daron Payne. Meaning, one of two things. They're thinking of trading Daron Payne tomorrow or Saturday for draft picks. If they're thinking of getting if they get Jordan Davis, then it's official. Daron Payne's going to get traded hopefully tomorrow or Saturday, or for next year draft picks. Just watch. So,
are there any wide receivers that are still left that are even viable right now? Because I'm guaranteeing you the Eagles are going to take that last guy.
Who is the last guy? I don't even know.
If I could see it, I would. It's just I don't want to make my face too close to my TV, but
kiss the TV, would you? Oh, you're gross. That's gross.
You would.
I regret what I just said. That was so gross. Oh. No fart jokes.
That's crazy, though. The Eagles trading up to 13. That tells me they've got a specific guy they want.
Yeah.
Just like the Saints did. They wanted Olave.
Man, these quarterbacks are not getting picked.
No, but remember what I said though about NFL scouts wanting specific people. This is an example of that, because the whole reason these teams are making these trades to come up and get certain guys is because the scouts want these specific people.
All right, bold prediction time for me.
Go ahead.
These quarterbacks are going to slide out of the top 15, and if they don't get picked within the bottom half of the first round, they're all sliding out of the second round.
I say they slide out of the second round and into the third. I say they go early third round. That's
All these quarterbacks from Kenny
Yeah.
Pickett to Malik Willis to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my bold prediction because to be honest, I don't think a quarterback draft class has ever slid this far down.
No. Because in the Kyler Murray draft in 2019, he went first. Daniel Jones went 6th, and then the one that slid all the way down was Dwayne Haskins to 15.
No, but still, I'm talking about like in this volume of quarterbacks, like 4 or 5 good quarterbacks sliding down this far.
Yeah.
Like, there have never been 5 or 6 really good quarterbacks to slide down this low. Like, there have never been this many quarterbacks on the draft board at this time. That's what I'm saying. There are always franchises that are looking for quarterbacks, and it just so happens that this year a lot of them aren't looking to get their quarterbacks right away. So it begs the question: did the whole quarterback draft class did their stock fall so low that teams just aren't looking at them as much as they're looking at other positions?
We are back, and it's time now for a look back at some of our draft moments from this early evening, delivered by Pizza Hut. That was Trayvon Walker, the Georgia defensive end, going number 1 overall. Then we had the New York portion of tonight's draft, as the Jets took Ahmad Gardner, the cornerback out of Cincinnati, with the number 4 overall pick, and Kerøsene, the wide receiver out of Ohio State, with the 10th overall pick. Sandwiched in between those, they're crosstown rivals, if you will, although they share a stadium. The Giants taking Kayvon Thibodeau, the pass rusher out of Oregon.
By the way, I can hear your TV.
I'm sorry.
Even though I think you can hear. Well, I've been muted and unmuted for a couple of times.
Well, it's hard because if I go too much lower, I won't even be able to hear my own.
Yeah, that's what sucks about being blind, is that we have to rely a lot on audio and not on visual.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So the Texans.
So the Texans swapped, got 15, and the Eagles traded up to 13.
Yeah, they got 15th overall, 2022 fourth round pick, and then 2 2022 5th round picks. That's what the Texans got in exchange for this pick, the 13th.
Oh, the Eagles may end up getting Jordan Davis themselves. They leapfrogged the Ravens, who the Ravens are interested in Jordan Davis. So
the Ravens don't need a wide receiver.
No, Jordan Davis is a defensive player.
Oh. Yeah, I'll be surprised if Jordan Davis doesn't go here.
Yeah, because they're trying to replace Fletcher Cox, is from what Ian Rappaport just said.
Where did Fletcher Cox end up going to?
I think he retired.
Yeah, really.
All right, let's see.
There's nobody really out there for the Ravens to take that's going to be any good, is there?
And then some defensive players.
They do need some pass rushers, the Ravens do.
Yes, they do.
Imagine if Chase Young ever went to the Ravens. Imagine how lethal that would be.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the Eagles do.
The commissioner is announcing all the picks. That's an ego boost if I've ever seen one.
That's what he always does in the first round anyway, and parts of the second round.
So let's see who you go, Philly. If the Eagles don't take Jordan Davis, the Ravens certainly will.
Yep, Jordan Davis.
That's rough for Baltimore.
Yeah. Damn.
There's nobody good left for
Now,
Baltimore.
now the draft is interesting.
Nobody else good left for the Ravens.
Okay, so now 14 and 15. Yep. So my bold prediction's coming true.
The quarterback fighting out of the first round.
The first, yeah. Wow. This makes me want to do a live stream for tomorrow, but it's gonna be longer if I do it tomorrow. So
when does it start tomorrow?
7 p.m.
Oh,
yeah, that's too exhausting. I did it last year.
I'm not getting close to 5.
Huh?
I'm not getting off work till close to 5.
No, dude, I'm not doing it tomorrow. As much as I want, because I did it last year for rounds 2 and 3, and I think I lasted up until like the 3rd round because
watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
No, I'll watch it, but I'm probably just gonna watch it and do videos. I'm not gonna do a live stream.
I'm just gonna for my podcast. I'm just gonna recap the whole draft instead of trying to go round by round.
I mean, what you could do since you're a Ravens fan, what you could do is just recap the draft for any Ravens fans that are on your podcast.
Well, do you really think there are going to be any good picks for Baltimore?
I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
I think all the good players have gone already.
No, there's still some decent corners, some decent there's a safety that they can get.
But they need a pass rusher, and the Ravens don't do safety blitzes that often.
Let me see if Jason wrote in the chat.
He wrote something political like he always does. I wonder if they keep all the clothes they get. Like,
oh, Jason says that Washington's selling themselves out of the season, like Dallas. Yeah,
I think so. I wonder if they keep all the clothes they get, like the hat, and then.
I mean, the good news is for Washington is that they got second, like some middle round picks, which they did need, and they can use those on linebackers.
Yeah, so, I think, but again, my hope for you guys is that there's a hidden gem wide receiver somewhere in later rounds that you guys can actually spend a pick on.
Oh, by the way, and we'll discuss this on the Golden Truth or the legit Golden Truth episode. Apparently, Virginia, not just both Virginia and DC are investigating Washington now. Ooh. Maryland hasn't declared anything, but the DA for VA and Washington are actually investigating the team.
That'll be very interesting. Did you see the articles I sent you, by the way?
Yeah, dude. So I have a question. What source is that? Because the articles that you sent me, there are a lot of ad pop-ups that get in the way.
Oh, so I was getting them from Facebook News.
Okay, yeah, because the ad, they're good articles. Don't get me wrong, but the ads get in the way, and sometimes I can't read them in full.
I heard that Ravens are on the clock. Here we go, baby. Let's get somebody good if there is anybody. But
let's see.
I will say this: I think they need a pass rusher, get a defensive end. Jermaine Johnson, that's who they got to get. Jermaine Johnson, that's who the Ravens need.
All right, 14. Let's see what the Ravens do here.
It's got to be Jermaine Johnson because they need a pass rusher. Ooh, Trevor Penning. Yep, Jermaine Johnson's the guy, even though Trevor Penning's a dark horse. I know that sounds crazy, but I love the little video package that shows their play style after they get drafted.
Yeah, so something that ESPN does that I actually like, or I know that ESPN Radio does it. I don't know if ESPN, like if you watch the draft on ESPN, does it at all. But on ESPN Radio, they do like a little like video montage where they name the pick and then they go to like something like someone in like the studio where they do rundowns
That's
of
what they do.
the NFL Network doesn't
Yeah.
do that as much.
The NFL is tapping into the ESPN broadcast, I think. And of course, there's a guy wearing a Ray Lewis jersey.
Man, dude, no one's gonna be close to Ray Lewis.
No, never. That he's probably the best defensive player in NFL history.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Oh, and the Ravens kicker, gonna say it now, he's probably the best kicker in NFL history.
Oh yeah, 66 yards.
And but
He crushed the Lions' dream.
the
Oh,
it was so funny. And here's the funny thing:
on.
the wind was blowing in his face too.
Oh, they got Kyle Hamilton at safety.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. That's a good pass rusher. He's a good pass rusher.
But he's a safety.
I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, he's a defensive back.
Yeah, safety.
He's got versatility, they say. He's from Notre Dame. Apparently they can line him up in all sorts of places.
All right, so Jason, if you're still listening, whenever you're ready to come into the stream, let me know so I can add you.
Put in the chat that you're backstage or something. Ooh, he looks great on run defense.
Who?
Kyle Hamilton.
Oh, true. And here's the reason why I think they got Kyle Hamilton too, because the Ravens, they had trouble in their secondary because of the injuries. So
yeah, and they need somebody who's got longevity.
Yeah, so
that is a good pick. I think what I need to look out for as far as the Ravens go is if they're gonna get a pass rusher in later rounds, because there could be some good pass rushers that may drop out to later rounds if these quarterbacks start getting picked up.
Let me take a look at Twitter real fast. I'll mute myself in a second.
I'm intrigued, thoroughly intrigued. It's on the clock. Ooh, Texans are on the clock. Texans pick is in. The Texans, who they? Oscar, if you can hear me, the Texans pick is in, and then Washington is next.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I was just letting you know. I'm looking at the clock right now.
We will see the Ravens have been busy as you take a look there at Kyle Hamilton. They gave up a lot of passing yards last year. They had 400-yard passes in games against them. Clearly, this was a position of need. Meanwhile, I will tell you in a moment, the Ravens have traded away Hollywood Brown. I don't have the details, and it's Kentucky.
Whoa.
What happened?
The Ravens traded away Hollywood Brown to get that pick.
Wait, what?
Apparently.
Oh, and they got Texans. Oh, okay. So
Dude, this is nuts.
the Texans got a guard, so I guess they're
Kenyon
fixing
Green.
Yeah.
Kenyon Green.
Eesh.
Why would they trade Hollywood Brown? The key target for Lamar Jackson.
And we talk about that the Ravens needed weapons. Now they definitely need weapons now. Whoa.
Oh, shiznit.
Wait,
The
are you
bet-
watching? Are you watching it on ESPN?
I think I'm watching. I think NFL Network is tapping into the ESPN broadcast. Oh, that's rough. I don't know if they actually if they did trade him, but
No, they're not tapped in because what I'm listening to is different than what you're listening to.
oh my gosh, though.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot of talk about for the Golden Drew.
Oh my gosh, bro. So the Ravens do have a couple of guys. They do have Des Bryant,
Who's old as crap? Who cares?
and I think they do have a couple of other guys. They do have
They got Rashad Bateman, who was decent. They got that tight end, Mark Andrews, who's decent. But why trade away Hollywood Brown? Is my I don't like that.
maybe they're figuring he's getting older too.
Dude, he literally got drafted in 2020.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't pretend to know what they're thinking. Just because I'm a fan doesn't mean I know what their organization is thinking. You and Washington are an example of that. But yeah, the Commanders are on the clock. So now they're going to go for a safety too. But I don't think y'all's defense is y'all's strong point. I don't think you need any more from the defense. If I'm being honest, like I've never seen a better run defense than the Commanders from last year. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
If anything, you guys maybe should go for a cornerback, but come on. You guys haven't good quarterbacks since Josh Freeland.
I'm so depressed right now.
Me too. I really hope I hope what I heard was fake news and they did not trade Hollywood Brown. Alexa, did the Ravens trade Hollywood Brown?
Here's something I found on the web. According to ProFootballRumors.com, the Ravens honored Brown's request and traded him to the Chiefs.
Say what?
Apparently, Brown wanted to leave Baltimore.
Well, I guess the Chiefs.
They now have somebody.
Yeah, they got someone to replace that Tyreek Hill because
I'm sorry, but Hollywood Brown
is speedy, but
he's not as versatile as Tyreek Hill.
No, that's true. But he is speedy though.
I don't know. At this point now, there's going to be way too many positions that Baltimore needs to fill that they're not going to be able to get all the ones they need. Maybe if by some miracle DK Metcalf would actually leave Seattle, he'd go to Baltimore.
Raise your hand if you think that's going to happen. I'm not raising my hand.
Neither am I. The Ravens need another wide receiver. Hey, Jarvis Landry, you want to go to a division rival? Shit.
I was like, raise your hand if you think that's going to... I'm not raising my hand.
Freaking stupid as hell, man.
All right, let's see what Washington gets.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I am. I think you're getting the picks like slightly before I am. I want to get an HBO Max account. That'd be awesome.
Hold on, I'll let you know how to do it in a second. Hold on.
And Washington selects Kenny Pickett, quarterback.
What?
Just kidding. I trolled you so hard. Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed if that comes true, though.
Knock
I'm
on
gonna be pissed
wood.
at you. I'm gonna be pissed that I'm gonna end the stream.
Oh, Washington has traded their pick away for $10.
Yeah, they got $10 for the High Dan Snyder scandals fund.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All those tapes.
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Johan Johnson. Huh?
Do you know what position he plays?
Wide receiver.
Huh. Okay. I mean, at least it went wide receiver instead of defense.
I gotta do research on this dude.
Well, they're about to show a video package for him.
No, I saw the video package. I'm just still don't know who that is. All right, folks. So Washington video coming out tomorrow morning.
Apparently, he was second place at Kent State for receptions. Johan Johnson. Oh, he's tall and lanky.
Okay.
He's tall. Actually, no, he's not tall. He's a big body guy. Like, he's physical.
And that's someone that I think Washington does need, because Terry McLaurin is speed and not that they need. Washington needs tall wide receivers.
No, well, so actually, I okay. Oh, and he does kickoff returns as well. Whoa, the dude is speedy on the kickoff returns. Holy crap!
Okay, hold on.
This might be an okay pick.
Oh no! So the Ravens traded to the Cardinals.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, for the 23rd pick.
Stupid.
Right, who's 17?
It's the
Chargers.
Chargers, yeah. The Chargers need some need some defensive players.
All right, so the Chargers got Johan Johnson.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe that I got. You swerved me, you son of a biscuit.
They did they did Johnson. Yep, you're right.
Yo!
I can't believe you fell for Kenny Pickett.
I was so pissed.
That's gonna be like when people see this, they're gonna be like, "Dude, you just."
Yo, I'm probably gonna like screw. Yo, Jason, if you're listening, do me a favor. Screen record me. Like, do a screen recording of Aaron swerving me, please, and then I'll post it as a short.
Post it as a GIF.
Dude,
that was harsh, but it was funny as hell. No, this just goes to show you're a good sport. You can take one on the chin and it's okay. Oh, that was so freaking funny.
Oh, Titans are trading AJ Brown to Eagles for number 18 overall.
Damn. That's not a bad move for Philly.
And a 3rd round pick.
That's not a bad move for Philly. Philly needs wide receivers. I think because They need somebody opposite of Deshaun Jackson. That's a good move. That's a good move.
Trying to calm down now.
But Washington's trading up to take the pick from the Titans.
I'm not listening to you anymore.
I trying to see if you. I just love the. What? Oh shit. No, I respect you a lot more knowing you're a good sport. You kind of have to be after that, though. It was the best. There's your.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Washington Commanders select Kenny Pickett. What?
dude, that's your new intro. Welcome to the Golden Truth. What?
Okay, now we're gonna laugh hard. Now we're gonna laugh hard. Oh my God.
For years to come.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I can do this now.
That's what he said.
Yo. Nice.
Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Let's see, their pick is in. The Titans' pick is in. Alexa, who did the Titans pick?
Wow, Jason probably logged off for a bit because he hasn't commented in a while.
NFL draft. The Titans have 9 picks. They have pick in the first round, 20 in the third round, 37th pick in
Alexa,
the third
stop.
round.
I was hoping my Echo Dot could give me the pick before, and maybe I'd be early with it. Excuse me. Washington selects Kenny Pickett. What? That will never get old. You know how emails have this old thing where they can say save as draft? I bet Washington wishes they could save their draft as draft and just start all over again. Titans are going to select Christian Watson. That's what I think.
I don't even know who that is.
Wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
North Dakota State wide receiver. That's who I think they're going to go for, Christian Watson. Oh, so the Eagles kind of got screwed. You know why?
They got that big ass contract, 4 years, $100 million. He is not worth that money.
No, so AJ Brown is a free agent after this year.
No. So they traded him, and they're gonna give him an extension. I just saw it. Report just reported it, and they're gonna give him a 4-year, $100 million deal.
But that means the Eagles are responsible for that contract, right?
Yes.
That means the Eagles are going to have like no salary cap because they're going to be paying AJ Brown.
So the Titans got Traylon Burks. I don't know.
He's from Cincinnati, I think.
At this point, I don't even care.
Maybe Washington takes Christian Watson.
Washington so like Skinny Pickett. What?
That's the best. That's the best moment that will forever be the best moment in the history of our Golden Truth podcast.
Yo.
If there was ever an app to create custom ringtones. Washington likes Kenny Pickett. What? And then it just goes over and over again when somebody calls you. Yep, from Cincinnati.
Oh man, Jason stopped watching.
He thought things were looking bleak for Dallas already.
Okay, so I have a question. Where is Dallas picking?
They have the 20. They have I believe the 29th or the 30th pick.
Dallas?
I think so. Yeah.
Alexa, what first round pick does Dallas have?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that. How many restaurants in Dallas?
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is the next pick of the draft for the Dallas Cowboys?
Here's something I found on the web. According to feelandandhat.com, the Cowboys' next selection is the 50th overall pick.
Oh, they don't have a first round pick?
I guess not. I thought they did. Dang, that's crazy.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I don't think anyone knows.
So, yeah, they picked a wide receiver from Cincinnati. The Titans did. And they have an extra third rounder now, too.
Wow, so that means that Jason's going to probably show up in this first round. Probably going to be done early. Sweet.
Yeah.
I almost died. Can't believe I almost died of a heart attack on the Golden Truth. All because Aaron wanted to get a rise out of me. All right, number 19.
It's the Saints are next. The Saints are on the clock. They take Pickett now. Oh, no, they take Malik Willis now. Sorry.
Man, all these top quarterbacks are dropping.
I don't know. I think Malik Willis goes now. First time 6 wide receivers have gone in the top 20. Marquise Brown traded from Ravens to Cardinals. A.J. Brown traded from Titans to Eagles.
Oh,
Baltimore needs weapons now. They do. They need a wide receiver, and they need a nose tackle or a defensive lineman. You know what would be a lethal combo if it ever happened?
what?
Getting Preston Smith over in Baltimore. He's playing for
Yeah,
Green.
but he extended his contract with Green Bay. That's why Zadarius Smith got released.
Hey, Zadarius Smith, come on over to Baltimore.
He did, but apparently he didn't like the plan. I don't know. He had a deal in place, but then he was like, "Nah, no thanks."
Oh, so prima donna, gotcha. Zadarius Smith, prima donna, got it. The Saints pick is in.
Kenny Pickett and or Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. That's what I'm calling it. That's who I think it is.
All right.
Would you be surprised if I was right? You imagine Gadget plays with Taysom Hill and Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Because now they have a good wide receiver too in Olave to play alongside Malik Willis. So the Saints could really wind up cleaning up in this first round. You know that?
Let's see what the Saints do here.
Malik Willis.
Oh, come on.
Technology issues?
No.
Oh. They're showing the thing about the airmen.
You said Malik Willis, right?
Yeah.
All right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think the quarterback is the only thing they're missing. And I also think that if they are to get...
Hold on. Oh, Trevor Penny.
Trevor Penny. Oh. Oh, gosh. What position is he?
Ooh, tackle.
That's intriguing.
So they're trying to protect Jameis Winston then.
Winston is not the guy.
Dude, that means that they're writing, just like the Falcons are willing to ride out with Marcus Mariota, the Saints are willing to ride out with Jameis Winston. And just like the Panthers are willing to ride out with Sam Darnold.
I'm sorry, but I really think that...
Man, my bold predictions are coming true. Like, it's about to come true. Unless the Steelers land Malik Willis, which I think that they're 23rd? 24th?
Actually, I think the Steelers would grab Pickett if Pickett went down that far.
Alexa, who has the next pick?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
The Steelers have the next pick.
You don't have a lot of answers, do you?
The Echo Dot, no, it does not.
No, mine's an Echo regular.
Oh, what's the difference?
Mine is bigger than yours.
That's what she said. So the Steelers have the next pick in the draft.
Okay, so
I say
Kenny Pickett, you say?
I say Pickett goes to the Steelers.
Okay.
And I think that would be an intriguing prospect. I really do.
Yo. Washington Commanders select Kenny Pickett. What?
No, Washington's trading up to this next pick to get Kenny Pickett.
What? I think you got your new ringtone. You're like, it's a voice recording of you and then me saying what, and you're like, oh,
we just need a T-shirt that says "what" with 3 exclamation points, and then on the back it says the Golden Truth Podcast.
Hey.
Imagine
how much we make out of those T-shirts.
I should be in marketing. You know what I mean? Dude, straight up, go to freaking Custom Ink or something like that. Custom Ink and just do that. Oh, shit, that's funny. I think I'll try to watch this on ESPN next time, though. But yo, you know the Titans have a lot of picks in the 3rd round.
Huh?
The Titans have a lot of picks in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Like I think they've got 3 or 4 picks in the 3rd round. So like as much as the Saints are cleaning up here in the 1st, I think the Titans will be cleaning up in the 3rd. For like who they get, you know. I finally got my work email on my phone.
Nice.
Took a while. I had to use a JAWS tandem feature just so I could have a friend help me. We went through all that only to realize I was putting in a tilde instead of the minus sign.
You should have just used TeamViewer.
I'll talk to Lighthouse because that's who was in charge of the whole thing.
TeamViewer is free.
I want to try to find some free video editing software because I could, if I could try to stream some mobile games to Stream Champ.
What do you have? A Windows?
I have I have my personal computers in HP, and then my work computers.
I would say use OpenShot, but OpenShot is crappy and it's slow. Depending on the gigs of your laptop, with how many gigs and how much RAM.
An Intel dual quad core processor.
That does not answer my question.
I don't know how many gigs it has.
Okay, maybe it's strong enough, but it depends on how much gigs of RAM and space and stuff like that. All right, who's next?
The Steelers. It's the Steelers pick is in.
All right, so I'm hearing that Malik Willis could be an option here.
I think it's a bad move. I think Pickett's a better fit for the Steelers than Willis.
All right, let's see. Oh, the Ravens traded back into the 1st round.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who'd they trade with?
Hold on.
So that means the Ravens have somebody they want.
Oh wait, it was the 23rd pick that they got from the Hollywood Brown trade.
Yeah. With Cardinal. You got to go Kenny Pickett if you're Pittsburgh. That is true, actually. It's been a really long time since the Steelers have needed to draft a quarterback.
17 years.
Damn, dude.
18 years.
Damn. Says a lot.
Okay, who cares? Just get to the pick. All right. Kenny Pickett time.
Is that who it is?
Most likely.
That's what I think it's going to be. And if that's the case, then Malik Willis is the only quarterback that's really left.
Yep, Kenny Pickett.
I called it, didn't I?
Yep. So there's Malik Willis left, and I think that's it.
That's what I was saying. I think he's the only one left.
Wow. So it took 20 picks to get the first quarterback.
He goes, yeah.
But I think that Mitchell Trubisky is going to be the starter.
He is crying.
Who?
Pickett. He is straight up crying right now. Like he has got his head in his hands and he's just crying with joy. So he has smaller hands than any quarterback in the combine. You believe that?
Yeah. Wow, we were almost done with the draft.
So apparently he was going to school in Pittsburgh. So he's only moving across the field to that locker room.
Okay, NFL. I'm waiting to see if Jason joins us or actually has enough time, because after pick 32, what we're probably going to do is wrap up with our final thoughts, close out.
Was this one? What pick was this one?
This is 20. So this upcoming one is 21.
Fast.
Huh?
We've gone by so fast.
I know, right?
I bet you're glad he's going to Pittsburgh and not Washington. What? He's very accurate. He throws a hell of a back shoulder fade. Oh, and he's got legs too. Ooh, this is going to make the AFC North really interesting. Oh, he's like a white Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he's going from one locker room to the other, because apparently the University of Pittsburgh plays in the same stadium.
Heinz Field?
Yeah, apparently. So yeah, he has a smaller hand size than any quarterback in the combine this year.
All right, who's 21?
The Kansas City Chiefs, and their pick is. They might go wide receiver too.
Why would they though? They already got their wide receiver.
They've got they need somebody opposite of or to replace Tyreek Hill.
They are Hollywood Brown.
No, I thought you said he got traded to the Cardinals.
Oh, true.
You need weapons for Mahomes other than Travis Kelce.
Facts.
I speak the truths. The gold.
Exactly. There you go.
Pickett was I guess he was so nervous that he wasn't going to make it out of the first round. And so he's just sitting there with his head in his hands crying because he was so nervous.
Now the question is, Malik Willis is probably going to fall all the way down to the second round. Or Tampa may end up getting Tom Brady's successor.
No, because that's what apparently Baker Mayfield may be going to Tampa as a backup for Tom Brady. That was in one of the articles I sent you. Oh, and his parents are waving terrible towels next to him.
So what do they call them, terrible towels?
I don't know. It just yellow towels that have Pittsburgh on them. I think people who are on the visitor side, get annoyed by seeing them, so they call them terrible towels. Because all you see.
Oh, one of them probably it is because it's kind of probably an ugly yellow.
Yeah, probably. Almost a mix between Dijon and yellow. Holy crap, the Chiefs drafted Malik Willis.
Again, I ignored you.
Yeah, okay. Just going to see. Just keep me on your toes, bro. What? Oh, so they traded the 31st overall pick to New England. Oh, no, they got the 31st pick from New England, and New England got the 29th overall pick plus a 2022 third and fifth round pick. So the Chiefs, this was supposed to be New England's pick, and the Chiefs moved up to 21 because they must have somebody they want at this point. Trent McDuffie, defensive back. That's who the Chiefs just drafted.
So Jason's like, I'll be there soon. I was like, yeah, soon's about to. We're about to wrap up the draft though.
Because there's 32 picks, right? How many picks are in the first round?
32.
Yeah.
So we're 11 picks away from finishing.
So apparently the Chiefs gave away the 31st overall pick and then a 3rd and 5th rounder this year to get this pick from New England. So they must have really wanted McDuffie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad move. Chiefs do need a run defense.
Yes, they do. They actually do need a better secondary, though, because their secondary is kind of...
Well, it's their defense altogether. Like, you've seen that most of the games that Kansas City's played this year have been
They're
shooting.
high scoring.
Yeah, exactly. They were like the Patriots of like 3 years ago.
All right, who's number 20? Who's the 22nd?
Green Bay.
Ooh. I say wide receiver.
Malik Willis, quarterback. Just kidding.
All I'm saying is that Aaron Rodgers is gonna be not too happy about that.
That's what would make it so funny.
They need a wide receiver here. I don't even know what wide receivers are left, but
what was that one guy from North Dakota State? Oh gosh. Oh, they have 2 first rounders. Green Bay does apparently. I like seeing these video packages for how these people play. I think that's really cool, you know.
Yeah.
Watch him draft a kicker. It'd be hilarious.
No comment.
maybe they can have that guy blew it that Washington had. He blew it. He blew the field goal he was trying to kick. So at least Washington did get their wide receiver. So at least Washington did get their wide receiver.
Yeah, but it's a dude never heard of before.
I mean, you never know. I mean, Terry McLaurin was one of those guys that people hadn't heard of, and then he got to the NFL and was gangbusters.
Yeah, but Ron Rivera likes his military guys, and sometimes the military guys are too nice.
It's true. They're not physical enough.
All right, let's see what the Packers do here.
They were saying that this draft this year is heavy with wide receivers.
All right, let's see.
Yep, Christian Watson. That's who I think the Green Bay is going to draft.
Here we go.
Out of North Dakota State.
Oh, they got a linebacker, Trey Walker.
Oh, that's the pass rusher they were talking about from Florida State. That is interesting.
Or Clay Walker. I don't know.
Oh, from Georgia. Oh, his whole name is Jaquavian, but his name is Quay.
Oh, okay.
So Quay Walker. That is very interesting.
I swear these NFL these players, bro, have some strange names.
Look like Shea Tutu. I'm like, what are you, a football player or a dress? You remember that name? Haha, Clinton Dix. Baker Mayfield. Oh wait.
Okay, my thing is, who in the right mind would call their kid first name Baker?
The Bills are on the clock.
Huh?
The Bills are on the clock.
No. Yippee.
But what goes through your parents' minds when you name your child Jaquavian? No, it is ESPN. I was on NFL Network and it just said on ESPN.
Go to NFL Network. It's better.
Hang on a second. If I can find NFL Network. NFL Draft. Is this NFL Network? Let me see if this is NFL Network or not. Nope, that's ABC. Same one. No, thank you, sir. Yeah, NFL Network. Here we go.
Yo.
I'm not gonna have much of it to watch though.
Man.
Dude, this is awesome. Note to self: go to NFL Network. Shit, yeah, Tutu.
So I have a question. Are you doing it through the app or do you have the box?
The app.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because if you have the remote, what I wanted to tell you. So you can download HBO Max, and you know what's really cool? You can actually sync the HBO Max app to your TV provider, to Xfinity.
Really?
Yes, because that's how we have HBO Max. We just synced it to our TV provider.
I didn't know that. Damn, I have to try that. Do you have Xfinity as well or no?
Yes.
So they give you unlimited access?
You just gotta pick the login with TV provider option.
Oh damn!
And you just put in your TV provider info.
Well, because I don't know if my because I think you have to have the package for it, right? Or is it just any package?
No, you don't need a package for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know there was one thing I know that I get Peacock through that.
How do you get Peacock through that? Because I'm thinking of doing that myself too.
So all you have to do is just go in and if you go into your account, there's a thing that you can go if you go in and use your username and password to be the same as your Xfinity login, and you'll have access to premium then.
Yeah, because I have a question. Will I have to pay separately, or will it be with the Xfinity bill?
As long as you pay your bill, that's free.
Xfinity bill?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm paying right now for premium, but it's annoying. It's like an extra cost that I really don't need.
Yeah, and I'm gonna check. Is there an extra cost for the HBO Max or no?
No, there isn't. It'll just add the $9.99 to the Xfinity bill, most likely.
And it's per month. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, damn. That's not bad.
All right, who's 23?
Yeah, that's the Bills are next.
I thought they were 29 or 28.
Maybe they traded up. Oh, they lost Cole Beasley.
Oh, 23rd is the Ravens.
That's after the Bills. So that they got the 23rd round pick from the Ravens. and the Ravens got 25th, and then a 4th rounder. So
so the Cowboys do have a first round pick.
Which one?
26, 24, 26? I don't know.
So let's see who the Bills got, though. I think you and I are going to be on the same sort of synced up area now.
Oh, they just the stupid overtime rules in the playoffs. Again. Ticks me off.
What? Well, how'd they change them?
So you know how in the playoffs, like the overtime rules, like the first team to score if you get the possession and you score a touchdown. Hold on, I'll explain it in a second.
If you score a touchdown, you win.
Hold on.
Oh, who does the Bills get?
Jair Elam, a cornerback or defensive back.
Yeah, they do kind of need that because they lost. They lost a defensive back along with losing Cole Beasley.
Anyways, so you know how overtime, if you score a touchdown, it ends the game. But if you kick a field goal, the game keeps going.
Yeah.
So after the whole entire debacle with the Bills not getting possession in overtime and the Chiefs winning because they scored the touchdown first, now they changed it. Even though they score the touchdown, they're gonna still give the other team a chance to see if they can get a touchdown back. I don't like that for one simple reason. Why then? That really doesn't validate the defenses.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, and at that point, it's kind of like it takes away the aggressiveness when you're in overtime.
Yes.
Cowboys are on the clock next, and I think they maybe they need a good wide receiver too since losing Amari Cooper.
They need a bunch of crap.
Huh?
They need offensive linemen and they need wide receiver.
Maybe this is where the guy from North Dakota State goes to Dallas. Christian. Gosh, what the hell is his name? Why do I keep forgetting it? Oh yeah, they could go Jermaine Johnson since Randy Gregory has gone to Denver. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that too. Mm-hmm.
We're going by fast through the draft, though.
Yeah.
But if I went through HBO Max and just paid a yearly fee, then I would only have to worry about money being taken out once a year.
If you do that, it's gonna be like
$150.
Mm-hmm. Do you have $150?
Considering my new job, I might. But if you do the math, actually, you're still saving money by going $9.99. Damn. Because if it's $9.99 a month added on, then it's $120 at the end of the year versus $150 if you try to go for the yearly plan. Damn, still saving $30.
All right, hold on. Let me see if Jason's ready.
I might just do that. I might just log in through my cable provider.
Oh, no, it wasn't Jason. It was just NFL notifications.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota has the last pick of this round.
Facts.
Because they traded the other ones to Tennessee.
The Lions.
Or the Lions, yeah, sorry. Rocking and rolling, brother. You sound like you're having loads of fun.
No, I'm just trying to relax myself after what you did to me.
What you did to me. I'm still trying to.
Although, to be fair, I think I got my comeuppance. Want to know why?
Huh.
So, a few days ago, my mom, so she has the habit of leaving my the little dog, because we have a puny dog. He's a Shih Tzu.
Leaving him around anywhere so you might step on him.
No, so she has a habit of leaving him on her bed, which is a king size bed, so it's huge, so he can't jump off. So he started barking. So then I was like, I'm gonna go put him down on the ground. So I grabbed him, but then I guess my mom finished up with whatever she was finishing up in the kitchen. So I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta put him back instead of putting him down. So then I guess I couldn't go back and get back to the bed in time. So she walks into her room, and as I'm backing up, Cisco, I guess, started sniffing, and she put her hands out, and she touched him without knowing that it was him, and then she screams, "Ah!"
Oh my gosh!
And then, dude, I almost died laughing because.
All right, so I got there's a story I have to tell you from my work that is really funny. I was looking at one of the user accounts today, and there was security questions that the person. Oh, by the way, the Dallas pick is in. There's security questions to confirm the person's account, right?
Yeah.
And so for the first question, it was, "What is your favorite restaurant?" And I'm not going to say what this is, but
No. Yeah, obviously.
I'm going to spell it out for you.
Just give me the first letters.
ALLU.
Oh, okay.
EANEATPUSSY.
Okay.
Really, all you should worry about is those last two words.
Yeah, I did. Oh.
Then, guess what he said for his second security question? He said, what is your favorite TV show? And guess what he put? Pornhub.
Oh, God.
And then for his third question was, who is your favorite person? And he put myself.
Ah.
Cocky son of a bitch. No, but it was so funny. So I'm going into.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry. Cowboys selection. Here we go.
They got another Smith. You got a tackle.
Yeah, they need that.
Tyler Smith.
From Tulsa. So I'm going in on calls on my own for the first time tomorrow. But today,
tomorrow's Friday. Why am I thinking? Today's Friday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, want to know what it is? So I went to church yesterday, and I usually go to church on Thursdays.
Oh, okay. Well, so get this. This is the funny part.
By the way, fun fact: I downloaded the book.
You did?
Yes. It's 15 hours though. It's so big. I thought it was gonna be small.
Well, make sure you read it this time. But
hey, I don't have to read anything if I don't want to. I just show up because I'm the secretary and it's my job to take down notes.
Take down notes of what I say because I'm so clairvoyant. So today, when we were pulling up that user account I was telling you about, me and my coworker Angel were dying laughing because all you hear is him trying to sound out the word as he reads off the answer. Our nest, literally, this is a senior agent, and he's in charge of our nest.
So remember that, so that way we can let Jason know. Tyler Smith is the Cowboys pick.
Tyler Smith, and then the Ravens are on the clock now.
Yeah, we're on commercial now.
No, I know that. I'm just saying the Tyler Smith for the cow bras. I mean, boys.
Cow bras.
You like that? Cow bras. What? That's gonna be a hell of a story for my podcast.
Johan Johnson.
That's the one that the Washington got.
Okay.
Johan Johnson.
I'll probably do some research and then
I'm gonna look up at like once the draft is over, all the picks that the Ravens got. It's gonna be hard to remember everybody.
I mean, all they did was get 2.
No, I'm talking about like because on.
Oh, it's because you do your weekly stand-up thingy. Which, by the way, what's the new night for that?
It'll be on Saturday nights.
Oh, so you get to do your stuff literally right out. Just you know what you know what you should do? Just write them down on a piece of paper. Write down notes about them, like write bullet points next to their names, and then just do it that way. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. I just write down their names, bullet points, and then get the video.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Ravens are on the clock right now. What pick is this? This is the 25th. So we're definitely almost there.
Yeah, and Jason yet to show up. I'm sorry, but if he shows up late, I'm not adding him.
He's already the 25th pick. We've only got 7 picks left after this.
Yeah, I love him to death, but sometimes I gotta go to sleep to get some stuff done the next day, but I end up staying up with him until like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah, and I have work tomorrow at 8 a.m., so I can't do that.
Yeah.
It'll be my end of my 3rd week of work.
Oh, by the way, I want to let you know, obviously because of obvious reasons, I'm leaving here May 28th.
Wow, that's actually so the night of the 27th after I get off work is the day I'm coming up. So I'm coming up as you're leaving.
Yeah, the cheapest flight that I found was I just took advantage of it. I'm flying Southwest, and it was 172.
The thing that
because everything else was like 175 and above. Like United, which my mom flies because she's international.
Mm-hmm.
Like for one way, it was $400.
Oh, I'm not surprised by that. But
that's one way to Iowa though. Like $400 for Iowa. Like really?
Yeah. My brother-in-law, his mother flights to Guatemala. Imagine how expensive that is.
All right, so 25th pick.
They've got little under 3 minutes before the Ravens have their pick. Oh, Kyle Hamilton. That's who the Ravens got. You think Hollywood Brown's going to pan out in Arizona?
No. Kyle Murray's trash.
Well, I think there's too many mouths to feed over there.
Mm-hmm. Because Hollywood Brown was already a bona fide number 1. Now he's going to go to number 2, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, that duo is good, but
it's not good enough.
Yeah, because Kyler Murray's trash.
It's kind of the same thing the Cowboys had that problem with a few years back, where they had so many stars that they had a lot of disgruntled players because not everybody was getting the ball. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is injury prone, but so is Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown is injury prone too. What the crap?
I can see them both going out before the end of the season. I mean, hey, if the Ravens can get somebody who's not injury prone simply from doing that, then why not? think when I get paid, I'm gonna do the HBO Max account. I didn't know you could do it with the TV provider that way. That's pretty damn cool, though.
Yeah, my brother synced it because I remember I started paying for it, but then like, and here's the thing: when you pay now they knocked down the price, but at first, dude, it was $15 a month. Now they knocked it down to $9.99.
And that's not bad when you consider, because if you pay it once for the year, it's $150. But if you pay it $9.99 a month, but it's already added to your bill anyways, then it's you're actually saving $30 by the end of the year.
Basically,
which $30 it may
hold
not
on.
that much, but it goes a long way. You know.
All right, let's see.
And then Tennessee, and then Tampa Bay, and Green Bay, New England, Kansas City.
Tyler Newtonbaum, or something like that.
Oh, center. Okay. Actually, that's not a bad move because Lamar Jackson did go down with injury last year.
Yeah, their offensive line was kind of shaky.
Linderbaum, that's his name.
Oh.
Let's see how good this guy is. Let's see the video packages.
All right, so we are a little over 2/3 done.
Yep, it's about to be 26 next, and Tennessee's got the next pick. Oh, wow, he's a wrestler. Like, he wrestled in college as well. They said that he's plays a lot like Corey Linsley from the Chargers. Wow, they couldn't even double block him. Dang, dude. Wow, he's a good blocker. Holy crap. He just took on 2 nose tackles. Wow, so the college teams used him in the screen game. So they could line him up. He's got, wow.
Oh wow! So we're crossing the 3-hour mark of lifetime.
That's pretty awesome.
We're at 2 hours and 52. Oh, but I'm never gonna beat my 4-hour mark. That is something that I don't want to beat, which is probably gonna happen when I do the Super Bowl live stream.
Yeah, probably. We need to do like one of us like have NFL Red Zone on and do a live stream for NFL Red Zone. Now
hopefully I don't get copyright striked for that.
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't have to have the audio on. You could just like watch the touchdowns.
Yeah, but how am I gonna watch the touchdowns I can't see?
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, I guess I could do that. But my point being is that would actually beat your 4-hour stream. You know why?
Because it's 7 hours.
Yeah, 7 hours.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
You would love it. Don't lie. Holy crap. The Jets just traded a 25th overall pick and 3rd round pick.
You mean 26th?
Oh, yeah. So the Jets just traded with the Titans, and the Jets are on the clock now.
So they're 26. Dang. The Jets are making moves.
They are. And I think they traded.
It's probably do or die here.
They traded watch them get Malik Willis.
Why would they if they already have Zach Wilson? Which Zach Wilson's just basically a smaller.
But look at this. They traded, I think, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th rounder to the Titans for this. So they had the Jets had 5 first-round picks in 2000. That was the last time they had multiple first-round picks. Who did the Jets get though?
They still haven't gotten it yet.
I know. I'm just curious who they would move up this far for. You know what I mean?
Jermaine Johnson is still around, isn't he now?
Yeah, that might be who they're trying to go after. I think that's going to be who it is. I think Jermaine Johnson goes right now. That's insane, though, because if you saw what that trade was, they traded a lot to Tennessee for that. Man, Tennessee is going to clean up. I'm pretty sure Tennessee's going to have like 6 third-round picks. This is crazy, dude.
I like how the first time picks, it was scot-free. Like there was no trades whatsoever, but 11 and beyond, that's where everything broke down.
Wait, Kenny Pickett's been traded to the Jets? Why?
I'm ignoring you.
This is intriguing. Who are the Jets going to take? Because they
Hold
moved
on.
quite a while. They moved up quite a bit to get him.
Yeah, I called it. Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, you did. Dallas must have really been clutch here because they must have had this exact time they wanted to go after him. Wow. What a call for freaking New York, dude. Wow, so the Jets have 3 top 9 players from college.
Yeah.
That's
They went two defensive picks and 1 offensive pick.
That's insane. That's insane.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jermaine Johnson was like what, cornerback or defensive back?
Yeah, defensive back.
So they got 2 defensive backs.
That defense is going to be intimidating if the guys start right off the bat.
The only thing is how good Zach Wilson be.
Yeah, I think that's the kicker here. It's going to be do or die for him, especially after all they've done to try to build around him.
Because here's the thing: if they traded away Sam Darnold to get Zach Wilson, and if Zach Wilson doesn't pan out, as much as we called Sam Darnold trash, I think Zach Wilson will be even more trash.
Yeah, and it's so funny. It's almost like one of those like kids' lunch trades where they're like, "I'll give you, I'll trade you my lollipop for your sandwich."
Basically.
Whereas, was it, the Panthers got or the Jets would have gotten the worst into that trade if he doesn't pan out.
All right.
I'm curious if give it 2 or 3 years, how many of these players are going to be in the same place as they were?
Yeah. All right, we're at 20. We're at 27.
Yep. You got 5 more picks, and
Malik Willis is still on the board.
your prediction's kind of coming true.
No, I said that all the quarterbacks would slide. Unfortunately, Kenny Pickett didn't make the cut.
Yeah, he went to Washington. Oh wait.
Shut up.
You like it. Ooh, he's got a hell of a spin, Jermaine Johnson does. Wow. Dude is insane.
All right, who's 27?
Oh gosh, I think it's Tampa. That's who I think's going next, is Tampa. It's either Tampa or New England.
I think, no, doesn't New England have 29?
Maybe. I think, but I swear Tampa's, then it's got to be Tampa next. It's got to be Tampa next. A lot of these guys that are getting drafted, some of them could be cut.
Dude, the Jets haven't had a winning record since 2015. Since Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback.
When Fitzmagic was. You love the name Fitzmagic.
Dude, they overhyped that name.
They really did.
Yeah, like,
And Washington did too when Fitzpatrick went there.
yeah, and he only played like half a quarter and got hurt. Grandpa.
Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh, the Jaguars jumped up to get the 27th overall pick.
Oh wow.
So they traded with Tampa to get the 27th overall.
Okay.
Wow.
Is this commercial?
It's about to be, yeah. Yeah, the Jets made out like freaking bandits tonight.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink of water.
I gotta pee anyway.
I'm back.
Oh, poor me. Just kidding.
I was gonna tell you before you went to the bathroom to mute your mic in the case that I get copyright striked because of the commercials.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, should I admit Jason? With like 5 picks to go.
Maybe.
All right, I'll let him know the ground rules.
I'm muted until it comes back on. That you won't get copyright stricken. So yeah, the Jaguars have traded up to the.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Jason,
Oh, hey.
what's up?
What's up, guys? I saw it. We went to get dinner after Emily's thing, and then my sister and I was like, let's just eat all together. And I was like, fuck.
Well, just to let you know, there's only 5 picks to go, and since Aaron has to work tomorrow, and I don't want to sit here for another 30 minutes, as soon as the 32nd pick gets announced, we'll do our wrapping thoughts and end the stream. So,
All right.
you're only going to be here for probably 30 more minutes.
No, that's fine for me.
But I will need your help with editing.
Okay.
Because there is a clip that you're gonna find funny.
Aaron fell asleep again?
No. So this mofo. So Washington is on the clock right at 16 overall, and then next thing you know, he's like Washington, and then Eric goes, "Wow, Washington selected Kenny Pickett," and I literally scream, "What?"
Why is this thing so low? Like my iPad is all the way up, but you sound so low. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, jeez.
Let me see if voiceover is a problem.
All right. So who's 27? Okay. So
Oh boy.
Up next.
That's what she said.
Oh no.
All right. Let's see who the Jaguars select.
Hold on.
Yeah, the Jaguars traded him. He's 27 overall.
How do I put the volume up?
Bro, I don't know.
Well, you're at 3 hours and like 5 minutes, so
Devin Lloyd, linebacker for the Jaguars.
You know what? I'm not surprised by that.
They need linebacker help.
They really do. But honestly, it's not only that they need it. It was a combination of they needed linebackers and they also had this specific guy in mind. Again, when I see teams trade up like this, and they trade up to get back into a specific round, that means they've got somebody in mind. Scouts have had them in mind, so the Jaguars must have been looking at this guy for a while.
Yeah. Jason, you still with us?
He is, but he's not. I think he's muted.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I think Green Bay's next. We can hear you, Jason.
All right.
By the way, your player is Tyler Smith, and he's a tackle.
Yep, from Tulsa.
It fixes it fixes the offensive line problem.
Yeah, well, I think that too, and because they got rid of what's his name, Wilson, I could see him as like a left tackle.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, because I think. By the way, how do I sound? Because I connected to the Beats headphones.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
Okay, Aaron, you're fine.
I try.
Oh yeah. So is your ass. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Roger Goodell?
Ew.
Like he literally lifted him up.
Why?
Because I guess he was so excited about getting drafted, so when he hugged Roger Goodell, he lifted him up.
I don't know how Roger Goodell is going to feel about that one.
I mean,
he probably liked it.
That's the only way he's.
I think with the Cowboys, my problem with Dallas is, I mean, Tyenseki is all right because they put him as right tackle. They also put Lyle Collins there as well.
But
I'm not sure that
they released him.
Huh?
So they released Lyle Collins. So
yeah, they did. But what I'm saying is, in the regular season last year, that's what they had done, like Tyenseki, Lyle Collins. I think right now, I like that they added Tyler Wilson, just because they need that offensive help. I do wonder if they're going to go after a wide receiver because, of course, their bitch asses got rid of Amari Cooper. So
we were kind of surprised that they didn't get a wide receiver in this round.
That's what I'm saying. Well, did Washington end up getting anything?
Yeah, they got Johan Johnson, a wide receiver. I have to do research on him because I did not have him on my board.
And the Ravens have been focusing on defense so far. They got Kyle Hamilton.
Dude,
I saw that.
A lot of trades be happening though. Like I was telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, the first 10 picks were straight through.
Did I or did I not say at the beginning of this?
And then like 11 and up, there've been like mad trades everywhere.
Did I or did I not say expect surprises?
I think that's the theme of this draft is surprises, because there are players that are not off the board that should be on that are not off the board that should be.
Basically.
Malik Willis should have gone earlier. I thought the Saints had taken him.
Oh, Matt Corral is still on the board.
Matt Corral.
Yeah, Matt Corral. I'm surprised.
He was supposed to be a top 10 or a top 15 pick for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You said Matt Corral. Matt Corral. Maybe the Saints take him.
Dude, we've been saying that for the longest time, but it ain't happening.
Jameis Winston is not their guy.
If they wanted a quarterback, they would have taken Malik Willis. And here's the thing: they would have taken Malik Willis at 19 or 20, wherever they drafted.
But then they went Olave instead, and that's when Washington traded away that pick.
But here's the thing: but Washington trading away like that, it's not a smart move.
No, it's not.
By the way, what happened, Jason? You're far away.
Am I? Oh,
yes.
Far.
The headphones died off.
Oh.
I told you Green Bay is on the clock right now.
Okay, so they're 28?
Yeah, Green Bay's on the clock. Actually, no, their pick is in. I think Kyle Hamilton was a good pick for Baltimore, though.
Well, Baltimore last year also went for weapons too.
All right, defense.
They're going to have a lot of wide receivers from previous years that they can develop, even with Hollywood Brown in Arizona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so the Packers really need a wide receiver. If they don't get wide receiver, then they really don't love Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is stupid for staying. Hello?
Make a wish, guys. It's 11:11. Make your fart lead you all the way.
All right, pick 28.
By the way, was it Van Jefferson, I think, is going to take number 3 from Odell Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even watching the actual draft. I've just because I wasn't able to set up or anything, so I'm just kind of,
No, I get you, bro. It's all good.
No, you're good. I mean, Marvin's because he's an expert, but Marvin said that he wasn't even watching the draft along with us. He was just like looking at like his group chats or whatever.
Yo, Oscar, should I tell in the story about
Hold on.
right? Oh, sorry.
You can shake your ass if you want.
I do that all the time. It's getting old.
Maybe you can shake it with your bare ass.
Again,
Okay, can you please hurry up and announce the pick and stop giving shout outs? Like, I don't have all day.
Yeah, really. I got
to. Oscar, you have nothing else going on, right? Anyway, so.
Sorry, I was listening to the guy.
I actually fell asleep, which is why I couldn't join us because Aaron was talking the entire time and I couldn't take it.
Yeah, I just find it that sucky that Marvin had to leave like after like the first 11 picks because he was having audio issues.
His headset kept dying on him.
Yeah. Marvin always has audio issues. Whenever he comes on, he always has audio issues. Always. There's never.
I don't know what headphones he be using or headset.
Yeah, I like his voice though.
Yeah. A dude on the Ellen show the clip that Oscar sent me, he's like, I'm Marvin Pearson, and here's how I talk really fast. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you that clip.
Dude, it was so funny because he's like, is my head bobbing?
Should I tell Jason the story about the user I found at work today?
Yes.
Oh gosh, it was so funny.
Are you gonna join again tomorrow? Or Oscar, are you doing a live stream tomorrow or just tonight?
No, just tonight.
Oh, come on, Oscar.
Dude, I'm not sitting here for 5 hours.
Come on, Oscar.
It's gonna start at 7, and I'm not getting off work till close to 5.
Okay.
Dude, don't you get off at work at like 6 every day?
So I was originally supposed to get off till 4:30, but we end up going over.
Oh dang! Did we miss the Green Bay Packers pick?
They got defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt.
Why does that name sound familiar?
He is from Georgia.
Georgia. That's right. He was in the game. With Alabama.
Yeah.
That's where I heard his name before. I think he's a good defensive pick for Green Bay.
But the Packers don't need that though. The Packers need wide receivers.
They've got Preston Smith.
They do. I mean, are they? What kind of move are they trying to make here? If they're going for a defensive pick, they don't need. Are they trying to say, look, this guy, we got him now, but we need to get younger here, and
that's what I think. Honestly,
probably
could be because I think this is a head scratcher to me.
That's probably the only reason is that who's the guy they have?
Younger.
Yeah, they need to get their defensive core younger. Yeah, they got all these older guys, and it's nice, but sooner or later. So I think they're preparing for their future. So he might be a guy.
Plus, they are over the salary cap, so they're trying to like cut that down.
Oh yeah, exactly, and also, well, Aaron Rodgers. who hasn't gone to more than one Super Bowl in his life, eats up all the salary cap, basically like Carson Wentz on Washington. But
That's not going to work, Carson Wentz in Washington. I'm just going to throw it out.
it's just not going to work.
I
New
mean,
England on
technically,
the
if you
clock
really
next.
think about it, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are eating money from Dallas. Hence the reason
they
why
are.
you had to cut a lot of players too. Hello.
Well, you also cut a lot of players because they're fucking promising too much money to a bunch of players who don't even deserve it and haven't proven their worth. Dak Prescott hadn't gotten them past the first round, and Jerry Jones is already giving him $40 million a year. So it makes absolutely no sense to me that Dak Prescott's making more money than half the quarterbacks in the league.
So the New England Patriots pick is in.
Oh, they're 29?
Yep,
Wait a second, but it's on commercials.
it is. But their pick just got in like a second ago.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to announce it.
They'll probably announce it here soon.
But on the Packers, I think, could you see, Aaron or Oscar, could you see them putting this defensive tackle, I forgot his name already. Could you see them putting
Devontae
him as
Wyatt.
like Devontae Wyatt? I was thinking Adams, but Devontae Wyatt, could they put him on the practice squad? Do you think they're going to do that?
They'll probably do that, but here's the thing. Here's the problem with the Packers recently. They've been doing that they've been doing that for like the past 2 years. Like they'd be like drafting players for the future. And right now, Aaron Rodgers, he's trying to win a Super Bowl. So
He's not going to get it because
He's not going to get it.
no. Well, the
Didn't
problem,
they take away his weapons?
the only weapon he has right now is Randall Cobb.
basically, and a dude named Amari Rodgers or whatever his name was, who's like,
I sound terrible on the YouTube thing.
Bro, you're just fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, what happened to your
'Cause,
microphone? Did you break it
well,
already?
No. So the iMac.
I was like, did you break it already?
I
was like,
I'm gonna break you.
I've been like, oh, like, how that fast?
No, the iMac, I was doing homework this weekend, and I had the AirPods connected. Then I took off the AirPods because we were going to record on Zoom, right? It wouldn't disconnect from the AirPods. Then it started glitching to where it wouldn't make noise at all, like not voiceover, not nothing. So now when I turn it on, I'm getting this blank screen. It just keeps going blank.
Oh,
So
are you having that same problem too? I had that problem this past, I think it was like Monday. I was trying to record something for Real Madrid, and then when I connected my mic, it just stopped working.
And what did you do?
I had to restart my computer.
Yeah, but it restarted just fine. Mine, it's going to where it'll let me log in, but then it'll stop. So it has a reboot problem, so the screen goes black. So it might be where I need to take it into the Apple store. Here's the other problem. I was doing my time machine. Yeah.
How are you gonna log that big thing in the Apple store?
That's what she's.
I want to get your big thing.
I know you do.
Don't worry, I'll reach through this iPad.
Hey!
Aaron, you have no idea what I can do to
PG-13.
you, sir. Oh, it'll be 13, all right. Aaron likes it that way. Anyway, no, so the way you do it is it's a fucking joke. You have to unplug it, place it back in the box. I think, and then you put the battery, the power adapter in there, and then I think you have to put your trackpad and or at least just your mouse back in there as well, along with I think that's it. But you have to take the box to Apple, and then they have to check it out at the Genius Bar. It's a fucking nightmare.
Okay,
but
I'm gonna get one, Jason. They're about to announce the picks.
So it's New England's pick is in. Traded guard Shaq Mason to Buccaneers in exchange for 22 third-round pick.
Third round pick?
Yeah. Traded Shaq Mason third-round pick.
I mean, the New England Patriots. Oscar's going to say what you just said. Well,
defensive tackle Christian Barmore.
They got a guard.
Cole Springs.
Yeah.
Guard Chattanooga.
I swear these college names.
Cole Springs is actually really good. I like him. I like him as guard. I don't remember his actual stats because they talked about him this morning. But
where were you watching your
actually
stats? Because
it was the NFL Network had a college, like
Senior
a
Bowl?
college facts
wait, you have the NFL Network?
on DirecTV.
Oh,
Be careful because they charge random fees.
No, this is DirecTV. It's included in the package.
It's included in the package. Okay.
Yeah. So I was
AT&T.
watching and his name came up. No,
Yeah,
I think he's a good
DirecTV doesn't
pick.
have a lot of things anymore, though.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing. I think with New England, I mean, they're not the same after Lady Brady left. I like one of my Raiders friends said that.
Well, but
After
Mac
Brady
Jones
left,
is up and
huh?
Mac Jones is an up
Oh,
and
hold on. The Chiefs are about to pick.
Ooh,
They traded up, I think.
Yeah, they're at 30.
what's a weapon is Mahomes gonna get now?
Come on, Mahomie. What you got, Mahomie?
Oscar, if I do another live stream, a live stream, you want to do it with me?
Oh, they got a defensive end, George. I don't know the last name.
I might be able to pronounce it. I just got to see it.
What was that, Jason?
If I do a live stream, you want to join?
George
I
Karloff.
want to sit down and do a 5-hour live stream.
George Karloffis.
Considering the fact that I hated,
he's good.
Considering the fact
like
that
George
I hated
Karloffis.
I hated doing the 4-hour live stream.
He's an edge rusher.
Yes.
And dude looks like he's lanky for an edge rusher.
You know what? What do I have to live for? I'll do the live stream tomorrow.
All right. I think I could see him as a middle.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I was thinking too. Simply because of his size and stature.
Of his size, yeah. I feel like a middle edge rusher or what do you call it? A middle
one of those guys that gets converted to the offense.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, yeah, but because he's an edge rusher, I was thinking putting him in the middle. Just because of his size.
Oh, look, Jason, you're finally learning. You're finally learning that the defensive end and edge rusher are the same thing.
Yes.
I could see seeing somebody with his size that is so versatile to actually put him on offense at random times.
Could it be like a Micah Parsons-esque thing, or do you think
situation?
Huh?
Or like a J.J. Watt type situation where
that's true.
He's a linebacker hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. Because like they put him in at tight end for a play or two. I'm not saying do it every time.
All right,
but
who's the 31st overall? Who has 31? Bengals?
I think Cincinnati does. And
yeah,
Cincinnati to round it out. It's Cincinnati and then it's Minnesota to round out. Because the whole reason that the Lions originally had the last pick, but then they traded to Minnesota.
Yeah,
okay,
I saw that's something I saw. Which who was the guy on NFL? I forgot his name. He's got kind of like a groggly voice. He was criticizing that move in the morning.
Probably.
Probably.
No.
Siciliano.
No, he's talking like very gruff voice.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin?
No, not Irving.
No.
Michael Irving sounds like what's his name on Good Morning America?
He sounds like
Michael Irving sounds like the former Giants player who's on Good Morning America, who had that gap in his teeth.
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan. That's what he kind of sounds like him, but higher. But no. The groggly dude on NFL Network, when the Lions had traded to Minnesota, I had seen the news in the morning, and he was
man, what's this dude's name? It's gonna be stuck in my brain.
Anyway, his name is Mr. Groggly, and he was just not happy about it.
Oh yeah, I have a question. How did your sister do in the competition?
Oh, she did good in the first one. She got her ass handed to her in the second fight. and then the coach.
Her snotty attitude didn't help her win the championship.
It wasn't really a competition. It was just kind of just to see their progress. But in the third round, the coach, because she's a fucking little badass, she thinks she's a badass. So he's like, "Oh, you think you're a badass?" He made her do burpees.
I mean, you pissed your pants. You pissed your pants when you ask her for favors. So
I pissed my pants. No.
Wait, so what sport was she in though?
No, she does Krav Maga and
Jason, you gotta be careful.
Let me finish my story.
If she's doing Krav Maga, you're gonna know how those Palestinians felt.
Don't get political. You're gonna get banned. Oops.
PLANDEMIC.
The only thing that I got that from is in How I Met Your Mother, when he dated that girl and he was like, he didn't know what Krav Maga was and he thought it was yoga, and the next thing you know, she just beats him up, and then
chops him up like
he told his kids, I found out that Krav Maga is street fighting that the Israeli army does. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's super. But so the coach decided to call her out in front of everybody.
Oh,
you want to skip school? You want to do this? I don't care. And at first I was like, motherfucker, you talk to my sister like that, you fucking white motherfucking bitch. I'll fucking kill your motherfucking ass. And then she gave me a snarky look, and I said, "Sir, you better yell louder."
So
she got called out, and so she was all mad and shit. She got hurt, obviously, and now she's all cheerful, walking ace. So
I saw a user account today at work, and the security questions were the following. I
don't think you should be saying that on a live stream.
No, I'm not saying the person's name, so it's still confidential.
Oh. How big are you?
No,
what's
so basically what the questions were was, what is your favorite restaurant? What is your favorite TV show, and who is your favorite person? The answer for the first one was, and I'm not going to say it because I'm pretty sure I would. Either way, I'm going to spell it out for you so you can get an idea of what it said. But basically, it said ALLUCANEATPUSSY. Then the second one asked if his favorite what his favorite TV show was, and he put Pornhub. and then the third one. That's a movie. the third one said, "Who's your favorite person?" And he said myself.
Myself. Oh, Pornhub. That's a big screen, not a TV show. That's a movie in your room with your pants down and lotion.
By the way, Jason, are you able to show up on time tomorrow at 4:00?
Yeah.
Okay, then I better not get a text from you saying, "Dude, I literally just woke up."
The Bengals pick is in.
Oh, of course I'm waking up at 3:30 tomorrow, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go on Oscar stream. No, actually, I gotta wake up early. My mom is leaving on a trip with her mans, so I'm gonna be alone all weekend. Yeah, I know, but I like it because I have peace and fucking quiet. So nobody's here to distract me tomorrow.
Oh man,
you know what sucks?
How are you gonna help me do my edits?
What do you mean? How am I gonna help you?
Because I have to edit out this clip that I want out of this live stream.
Just give me the.
Ooh, this is actually gonna be a good test. This is actually would be a good thing because then we'll. Hold on.
All right, here's the Bengals pick, guys.
I want to pick your Bengals.
Oh yes, you do.
Oh, they got a defensive back. Dax. All I heard was Hill.
Jackson Hill.
Jackson Hill.
Defensive back.
I have not heard of that. Okay, I've not heard of that. But for the Bengals, I mean, I feel like the Bengals just need a couple of pieces, and they'll be. I don't know that they'll be back in the that late deep in the playoffs, but I feel like they're just gonna loosen up a couple of tight ends here.
They have to, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I felt the problem was in their last game was
do or die for
it's
Joe
just-
Burrow here. It's do or die for Joe Burrow because
yeah.
either
Although I think that the Bengals should have gone offensive line because their offensive line was kind of
but
not that good.
I'll say this though. With Joe Burrow and the Bengals right now, there's two things that losing the Super Bowl can do to you. That is, it'll either make you want to play harder to get back there, or it'll completely collapse your confidence as a team.
Yeah. Which I hope it doesn't happen to the Bengals. I really don't. I hope it happens to the Raiders one day.
Years since last appearance. Like for this past year, it was 30 years since their last appearance.
Yeah.
Because
but here's the thing though. I think with them, and you have Joe Burrow, who's a really young guy in a quarterback, and I think he's gonna really he understands what it's like to be that close, and I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm too optimistic about the Bengals, but I do feel like like Oscar said, I think they do need help on the O-line. I think a defensive back is not bad for them. I think it adds a little more depth to their defensive core. However, I do think maybe a right tackle or just a tackle in general would be good for them.
I think they're going to find some hidden gems in later rounds too.
Yeah, I think they need to do up their offensive,
the
like he said, the offensive line.
Here's the last pick for the first round.
I want to pick your round.
Jameson Williams ruined my whole night.
Hey, who did the Raiders pick?
The Raiders didn't have a first round pick.
Oh, good. They don't deserve one.
Yes, they did.
Oh!
Wait, no.
Yes, they did.
Who did they pick?
Who do they have?
I don't know.
Hey, Oscar, is it okay that I'm leaning back in my chair?
I don't care.
I'm straight.
Alexa,
Okay.
who did the Raiders pick in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft?
Here's something I found on the web. According to TopVietnam.com, the Raiders selected defensive lineman John Simpson with the number 109.
Alexa, stop.
John Simpson. Why does that name sound familiar too? He's from oh my god. I just saw his profile too.
All right, let's see what the Vikings do here.
I feel with the Raiders, they just need help in general. But I mean, they just got Devontae Adams. So
what happened to I thought he was with them.
Huh?
What happened with Michael Crabtree? Because I thought he was with them.
Dude, that dude was old as crap. He retired 5 years ago.
Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on a second.
That shows how little I pay attention to the Raiders, though.
No one pays attention to the Raiders.
No one pays attention to the Raiders.
That's sad. If you're a fan and you say that and you just know nobody does.
You know what's funny? Tyler was being our friend Tyler. He's a cocky little bitch, but he's hot as fuck. Anyway, I didn't say that, Tyler. Actually, I did, bitch. Anyway, he was being all cocky, like if only they would have done this. If only they would have done that. We would have done this. Like a basic ass Raider fan. And Marvin, he couldn't take it anymore. He's like, Tyler, you know what you sound like? And he's like, what do I sound like? A sorry ass Raider fan. I was like, yeah!
Let's go.
All right, can you please hurry up with this 30-second pick so I can move on with the rest of my life?
Yeah, for real.
You don't have one. Oh!
Oh, shit.
I just don't want to be sitting here on this chair. This chair is so uncomfortable.
Just go sit on your bed. You don't have to be on camera. Just turn off your
I'm
camera.
gonna
Go sit on your bed.
I have my mic right in front of me. You know that, right?
No matter.
I forgot to turn on my lamp. So the lighting kind of sucks in my room.
That's usual.
Here we go. Last pick. Here we go. Watch somebody trade up. Oh, the pick is in. Oh, wait, no.
Louis C. Defensive back. Okay, I guess.
That means Malik Willis is not in the first round.
Man, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, Desmond Ritter.
Wait, Desmond Ritter didn't get picked?
Nope.
See,
Carson Strong.
He didn't get it. Oh, damn.
Lewis,
the
second and third. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing a live stream tomorrow.
Lewis
we got Aaron, can you join us later on in the stream?
No, I can join. It's fine. I just
No, come whenever you can. I'm just saying, can you?
I mean, basically, Jason just showed up for like the last 30 minutes of this stream.
That's right. So you can show up at any time.
Oh no! Honestly, my biggest barrier is that I swear my brain is like so fried.
Oh wait a second! Don't you have church tomorrow, or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was tomorrow.
Did you pray for your sins?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell the Lord?
All right. So, are we good if I turn the TV off?
Yeah. In fact, I might do that.
I guess.
Myself.
Yeah. Let me just.
I mean, if you can join, Aaron, that would be cool.
Dude, I got
just because you have more knowledge than me. But if you can't, then it's fine.
Yeah, dude. Dude, Marvin and him basically helped me out today with today's draft.
I thought I asked you.
Dude, Marvin is just a freaking expert, man.
I feel like
if only he answered. No, Aaron, you have so much knowledge of like this player does this and this player does that and this. I'm like, whoa! When I first heard you on Golden Truth, I'm like, God damn.
I feel like I have knowledge in so many areas though too, not just NFL.
So I guess I have to do a live stream tomorrow, and then the Golden Truth on Sunday. Yay! At least.
Or why don't you just make these two the Golden Truth episodes?
Because we have to do a draft recap. Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna see if I can do this and I can log into HBO Max through my cable provider.
That's an option.
Your cable provider. Why don't you come up here and bring your fine ass to me?
Your fat space ass back here.
Get your fat ass
I'm
back
life
here.
for the time being.
I hope you don't find the money strapped to my back.
Oh wait, let me get my headphones on my phone so that way I can notes.
I love how he's like trying to be all creepy and invite them to touch him and shit. and then he's like, but in the breakup when they're like, the target is old rich white man. Okay, there's one right there. And they're like, oh no,
I hope you don't find the money strapped to my back.
Like then he's not defensive. Remember, he's like,
Chris, this is Tyler. Don't make this weird now.
Like,
stay away from my brother.
What a gentleman.
Stay away from my brother.
Wise gosh, we got a brand new paperboy. That's a mightiful stack you can run.
piss off, you perverted old freak.
You do it so much better than I do. You know that?
A lot of things that I do.
Bro, you do it so much better than I do.
Thanks. I do other voices too. Like I can do Trump, I can do Obama, I can do
You and I do Biden's really well.
Biden.
I know Clinton, sorry.
I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you what I do really well. I do Monica and Hillary at the same time, side by side, like a nice Hillary's the milkshake, and she's the young pinata hoe.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well sit down. I'm live on YouTube.
You're on me
Bye.
too.
Oh, there's a lot of things you need to feel bad about, sir. Put off your shirt.
I like how he's like,
oh, you're late. I thought you were never going to show. You know, if you get tired and you want to take your shirt off, that'd be just fine. Or you can tie it in a knot.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, shims.
I heard you playing football. Why don't you bend your ass over and let me take a squeeze?
Does it sound like
thanks for shopping with us? May I squeeze your breath?
All right. Concluding thoughts, gentlemen, so we can end the stream.
Can you imagine if Oscar started off his intro?
Welcome to the NFL draft. If you pick.
I can decline this. I think my final thoughts on this was
At least you got
I would
your
say-
your replacement in the offensive line.
yes. Which I think we need. I think we need to add another receiver. But here's the problem that Dallas has. There's not enough money in the bank. So can they
I mean,
even
that's why
afford to add another
they cleared out some draft capital, some cap space, so that way they could
That's true.
sign these rookies.
Well, I think and I think that here's the thing. They're gonna sign a young wide receiver. I hope they sign a young wide receiver throughout these 2 days. So here's my hope. I hope they add another wide receiver, and they're gonna start paying him like a good $10 million, something that's not gonna hurt. And part of me feels like there was a debate also yesterday on ESPN's First Take. I think it was First Take. I don't remember if they should add a kicker, and of course they should, but
They can get that undrafted.
yeah, and I think that a kicker is someone you don't need to be paying that $2 million a year. Like that's a position where you're not having to really break the bank right then and there. I feel like Dallas needs to add compliments to some of the defensive guys there too. Another surprise was, well, I guess I wasn't surprised because it's Washington. The way they traded back like that with the I think it was Saints.
I have to look at the draft.
Olave. That's
the draft. I have to look at the draft compensation because I know that they got like a bunch of picks. I just don't know what they got, so I have to take a look.
So if I may say something, you know what team impressed me? Like it's not even the fact that they were getting a lot of picks, but what they were picking, like I feel like Jacksonville was making smart moves in the first round.
Jacksonville and Jets.
Yeah,
Definitely. I feel like the Jets were making some great business decisions there.
So the Jets, okay. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. There's a difference between having a lot of picks and then picking people that you know would fit great in your team. I don't want it to be a situation where the Jets are like pick, and then they're cutting some guys because they picked so many from the draft and they're not using them all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's gonna happen with them. I really don't. I also don't see Jacksonville getting anywhere in the next couple years. But I feel like today was a good.
They're rebuilding though.
That's the point I was just gonna make is that it's a good stepping stone for them, and I feel like the Jets they did a pretty good job too. Baltimore did an all right job for me. Like last year, they were just adding weapons. This year, so it's a little bit different. I was surprised that
Baltimore traded their best player on off. Well, their second best player on offense.
Hollywood Brown went to the Cardinals because he wanted to be traded.
Oh well, I mean, sometimes you can't help it when a player just wants to leave. Like, by the way, is Deebo Samuel? Is he on the board?
So apparently he wanted a trade to. It was one of those top pick teams.
Dallas.
Who went 13? No.
Mm-mm.
Who went 13th overall?
Oh,
13th, I think was
it Atlanta?
Yeah, I think it was Atlanta. And then they chose.
So I remember that they were trying to go to one of the top picks. The 49ers wanted to get a top pick, but it fell through. And Deebo Samuel didn't get traded.
So they're going to put a franchise tag on him, possibly.
Most likely.
I don't know. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Well, I feel like him and what's his name, Mike Shanahan, I think is his name.
Or Kyle Shanahan.
Paul Shanahan. Yeah, Mike's his father. I think. Yeah, his father. I feel like him and Paul Shanahan have a good combination there, sort of like the Belichick Brady situation, because like I always say in my videos, Deebo Samuel, I mean, you got your defense trying to go get him, and all of a sudden he's doing a set in motion, and all of a sudden now you're busy trying to get him, whereas he's now moving all over the field. You've lost him, and now he's got the ball, and he's probably already going to go score a touchdown.
Do y'all
for
want to
the other
laugh?
teams.
Do you guys want to laugh? Of one of the articles I sent you, Oscar, had an interesting thing in it because it said that Gardner Minshew could end up being traded to Seattle.
Whatever.
No. I don't know.
No.
No.
I don't think it should happen, but there's a possibility.
If the Seahawks, again, this is what I said about the Saints. This is what I said about the Saints. This is what I said about. This is what I'm saying about the Seahawks. If they wanted a quarterback, they had a chance to get Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, or Matt Corral, and they didn't get them. So
they didn't do it. Yeah.
Or Mason Rudder or whatever his name is.
Or Desmond Ridder.
Ridder.
Anyways, concluding thoughts for me are I'm gonna give it an I for now because I have to do more research because this dude, I didn't even know this dude was a possibility. I guess we traded back and we got picks. Now again, I give it an I because I have to do some more research because it didn't tell me what they got in return.
The Titans were also impressive during the first round too.
Yeah, but they got rid of AJ Brown.
But also, if you look, I think they're going to have like at least 6 picks in the third round.
Oh, true. But alrighty, y'all. So I guess we're doing a live stream tomorrow. 5 hour. Man, am I about to beat my own live stream record?
Yes, you will beat that live stream.
Yes, you will be a strong boy.
Well, Jason, you're probably gonna have another dream of how you had to have a 7-hour live stream.
Well, you should.
I can't believe I gotta be here for 5 hours too. Fuck,
dude. No, okay, no. Look at this for me. If I come in right at 7, so I'll work almost 9 hours, then I'll be on stream for like another 5.
No,
actually,
you're good.
You want to start it in hour 3?
I don't know because the problem is if I don't go after.
The thing is, I don't know where hour 3 is gonna be. I don't know if that's gonna be at the beginning of the set, I don't know.
Aaron, drink some coffee.
If I could.
Me personally, yeah, he really can't.
Oh yeah.
So,
Aaron, drink some tea. Oh no, that'll put you to sleep.
Probably.
I mean, what we'll probably do, guys, is this. We'll probably do the second round. Do you need to get that, Jason?
It's his prostitute.
Awkward silence. You're like, it's his prostitute. Awkward silence.
Prostitute.
Oh, sorry, I was calling Aaron's pimp.
He let me off early, baby.
What we'll probably do, guys, is this, and it's going to require some research. Let's dig and see how long, what our last picks are for the night for tomorrow, and then after our final picks, we'll just, end with concluding thoughts, end the stream from there, and hopefully it won't be 5 hours.
I get to take phone calls from people who are disgruntled over food stamp benefits.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Well, that's my job.
Anyway, alrighty, y'all. Before we get
Aaron, one last fart noise.
Even more personal. Alrighty, y'all. We're out of here.